car in the parking lot, and 5 other parents. My son's on field 5. He threw a no-hitter. We won our game last year and won a tournament in Cincinnati. These kids deserve coverage. These kids are 7. Leave me alone. You covered them. Why don't you cover the girls' teams? What's wrong with it? Do you hate? Stop it! And we turn rear and we get out of there before we ever did the story we went there to cover in the first place.
I covered a Little League story like 2 years ago. It was a kid who threw both right and left-handed.
Oh, my word. Why do you hate girls? There's a girls' game on field 12. Why aren't you over there?
You're right. But that's the kind of Little League story. It has to have a hook like that.
Some Little League stories would be fun. They'd be kind of cute. People kind of like seeing that. But you can't get past the parents. My son's better than him. He played right field last week. You can't do a story on him. Leave me alone. Don't you people have concession stand duty at Afton someplace? Leave us be. We stopped going. We stopped doing the league story. You can't get past the parent factor.
Guys, you think the Rams will move? Hope not. Tell them good luck.
Tell them good luck. I'm not going to tell anyone good luck. Should we be making phone calls to these guys and say nothing but good luck and have to say it in that accent? I don't want that to be my job.
This was probably about 5 years ago, but I remember listening to KMOX, or maybe it was 550 at the time, but after a game, Claiborne was doing the post game, and they're taking calls, and back-to-back calls were Jackie and then Randy. Nice. And afterwards, Claves was like, all right, I think we need to do a little better job screening the call. But like Randy, I mean, it was the same type of thing.
Yeah.
Hey, Wayno. Is Wayno going to pitch tomorrow? We pitch him on 4 days rest?
What do you know about him? You think Lackey will be pretty good for us? I don't know.
It's always like,
probably so.
Hey, you think Cardinals going to make a trade? Well, the trading deadline just ended.
Yeah.
Cardinals going to make a trade?
Any trades after that? No. Well, good luck. Stop that!
Have you ever told anybody good luck?
No, I refuse. Refuse to tell. Can you imagine going in the locker room and say, hey, Robert Quinn, good luck. I was just told to tell you that. Good luck.
What do you think he would do?
You'd get thrown out. They would revoke your credential on the spot. Don't tell us good luck.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like the steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
I get asked all the time by people, if I'm in an accident, what should I do? And while yes, you should call the police, exchange insurance information, and take pictures of the scene, all those things are important. But the most important thing you need to do is hire a personal injury lawyer. This is Doug Biggs from Longo Biggs Injury Law. And if you've been hurt by someone else's negligence, don't take on the insurance company yourself. Insurance companies have teams of people and a playbook designed to keep you running in circles so they can pay you as little money as possible for your accident claim. If you don't have a lawyer, they know you can't bring your claim to court, and they will never give you full value. We recently took an offer from an insurance company without a lawyer on the case from $12,000 to $200,000. You can't get that kind of result without an attorney on your case. Even if you don't hire us, you need to hire a personal injury attorney. Check us out online at longobigs.com.
When we think of a real estate agent, we think of somebody simply selling our home or finding us a new one. I mean, they're all the same, right?
Okay, here's the comps. We'll take some pics, we'll post them, and I'll get back to you, okay?
A home is life-changing, and your real estate agent should reflect that. Honesty, integrity, and someone who will go above and beyond to make your dreams come true.
The Jeff Lotman Group with Compass Realty. We're different because you're different. We want what you want. Experience the difference today at jefflotman.com, bringing people and properties together.
Bet like the pros with the world's largest sports book right at your fingertips. Circus Sports is now available in Illinois. Hi, I'm Derek Stevens. I've been a lifelong sports bettor, and I'm the owner of Circus Sports. We're excited that the Circus Sports app is now ready for action. Experience big app bets with high betting limits, tight money line splits, and more. Now you can download, fund, and bet like a pro from anywhere in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here right now with James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency. I made the switch to start working with you, James. It couldn't have been easier to make that switch to start saving money.
Well, I appreciate that, Tim, and we appreciate your business. Yeah, this is the time to save money. My goodness, we're all feeling it at the grocery store, at the gas pump, etc. So if you've noticed that your insurance rate has gone up, I want to stress how easy it is to get a proposal from us by going online at carltoninsurance.net.
Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency online at carltoninsurance.net. The Illinois Recovery Center is dedicated to providing precise and authentic care to those seeking help and treatment. Recovery, it's not just a goal, it's a transformative journey. At Illinois Recovery Center, you'll find an unwavering commitment to provide the support, guidance, and personalized care you or your loved one needs to rediscover a life filled with purpose, strength, and lasting renewal. If you or someone you know wants more information about the Illinois Recovery Center, please call 888-472-9559 or visit IllinoisRecoveryCenter.com.
Hope your imaginary friends are hungry, because IHOP's new menu, inspired by the movie If, is our most imaginative yet. With blue raspberry pancakes, a pizza omelet, unbelievable soda pops, and more. It's time to set your imaginary friends free. Only at IHOP. Kids eat free every day 4 to 10 p.m. And see If in theaters May 17th. One free kids entree per full-priced adult entree. Restrictions apply. This film is not yet rated.
A Shiro's work is never done. You care for the house, the kids, and our future. We're so grateful for all you do. Now, it's time to care for yourself and save a little more for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to boost your retirement savings now. Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
The Tim McKernan Show podcast, featuring long-form interviews with people from the world of sports, politics, and entertainment.
And our guest today, Bill McClellan. Thanks so much for coming in.
Hey, my pleasure, Tim.
What's up, Caden?
Hi, how are you?
Joe Buck, our guest today.
Man, it's like I haven't seen you in years.
More than 500 episodes and counting, and it's available wherever you get your podcasts, including the TMA STL app. Get the app now at TMASTL.com. Hey, if you like the morning after, check out Balloon Party on 101 ESPN, HD1, by the way. It's Sports Talk with Tim McKernan and Action Jackson from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. each weekday, right after the morning after. It's the worst named show in the history of radio, but the content's pretty good, so check it out on 101 ESPN or get the podcast on the TMA app. Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the Brown and Crouppen Morning After on KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. At the Morning After STL on YouTube and on TMASTL.com with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Iggy Strode, The Plowboy, and Action Jackson.
7:07 in St. Louis. You're listening to TMA. It's presented to you by Brown and Crouppen. Welcome, friends, to the Munganess St. Louis Acura, Munganess Burkhardt, Alton Toyota, 7 o'clock hour. Timothy Michael McKernan, Douglas Elvin Vaughn, Kenneth Iggy Strode, Jackson Bennett Burkett, and Kurt Chairman O-Town.
Yeah, Kurt Chairman O-Town. That's it.
That's it.
What's the middle name, fella? Give
Michael.
us Oh, that's right.
Nice.
Pretty much
change it to match mine.
85.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I think that was a pretty common middle name given back then.
Yeah, Catholic boy. Yeah.
No, I'm an atheist.
No.
Yeah, but like, what were you? Were you raised in any religion?
Not at all.
Oh, how about that? Great to hear.
Michael is a very common name. For a while there, it was the most common male name in America.
And now it's Bill?
I don't know what it is now.
I think it's Bill. You're right.
Yeah, it's Bill. And not William.
I don't think it's
Bill.
Bill or William. No. What do you think it is now? John, probably. John.
It might still be Michael.
I actually saw something on TV yesterday about the most common name for the last year, but I can't remember what either of them were, so I'll just jump ship on this.
Okay. I think some form of John is the most common name in the world.
Oh, like Bill.
I think Muhammad is the most common name on it.
Yeah, but do you know anybody named Muhammad?
No.
Well, that's super bad.
Because there's a lot of Juans and Ian's, and that's all forms of John.
Oh, well, they're active in the YouTube chat. Chairman Curdy, you happy with the performance of the YouTube? I don't think we've gotten a 300.
No, we haven't. We're going for it today. 81 already.
They're in there. Jake Reynolds, morning, boys. Let's make it a great day. This guy, Doug, he is just...
He's happy, and I like that. Someone's positive.
And he talks it over with Carl Pelker. Morning, Jake. Gardening tip of the day. Pull the weeds, not the plants. And he spells plants with an E, like he's a Frenchman.
Plants?
No, planties.
Oh.
Like shoppy?
Yeah, like that.
I like that.
Well, what kind of tip is that? Don't pull the plants. Of course you don't pull the plants.
Oh, you're going after Carl Pelker.
Well, you just wait till the squirrels eat them.
Gerbils.
Mm.
The skit they are playing now, that caller still calls into Sports Show with the same shtick. That's from Jock Horror. We're playing. Jackson, were you playing a skit this morning?
I wouldn't necessarily call it a skit. Like a
sketch?
Like a Wu-Tang Clan album when they would have sketches or skits. No, what played right before the opening commercials for TMA was one of my favorite best of segments ever, when Doug talks about the caller who would call Camo V and say, "Tell him good luck."
Oh, yeah.
One of my all-time favorite segments.
That was a real thing. Yeah. I was lucky enough to have that gentleman call in multiple times when I was a Camo V.
Well, tell him good luck. I won't see these people.
I don't think that was a sketch. I mean, that was private phone calls to the Camo V Sports Department.
Yes, it was.
And it was like 2001, and you probably dealt with it in the 90s.
Yeah, quite a bit.
So the idea is you would see an athlete, in the halls, and you would say, "Well, good luck."
I guess he thought it was like an ESPN commercial where guys are sitting in the office with their uniforms on.
Right, have a desk at the Sports Center. Yeah, not the
You
case.
get to the game early and do a few interviews for the 5 o'clock, and then, oh, by the way, Albert, John said good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah.
We called him Mike Liut, right?
Yes, I don't know why.
We did.
But we sure did. Yeah.
Like one of the producers would go, "Oh, damn it, Mike Liut's calling again." That's what was going to go on.
I think in the best of segment, he's referred to as Randy, but I also...
Yeah, I think that's his real name.
Okay. But Mike Liut,
But he preferred to go by Mike Liut.
Before the internet, we got deluged with calls.
Nice.
Who's pitching tonight? I don't know. Read the paper.
That's so wild to me. Like, totally was not my... I guess for the beginning part of my life it was, but from what I can remember, you can just always look up the score.
Yeah, you take for granted the amount of information right at your fingertips now.
Exactly.
That was never there before.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we were discussing right before the show how you used to be able to call that hotline to get the scores and the weather.
Oh, yeah, 314-321-1111. That was for the sports, and then for the weather, 314-321-2222.
There was also one for the time. You could call and find what time it was.
Time and temperature.
Time?
Time and temperature. Dead serious.
Before
My
watches, wait a
dad
minute.
used to, when he knew he had a salesperson on the staff that wasn't going to be around much longer, "Oh, Timmy, he's over there calling time and temperature, acting like he's on the phone with a client. That guy. Time and temperature." That's
The time is 7:11. Thank you.
Local news is a dead media.
Hey!
Tough but fair. Get involved by calling in with your thoughts, 636-900-4TMA. Those are the Collier and Thompson phone lines. You can also text in to the soon-to-be-named, I think I can I say it?
I don't know.
I was over there yesterday.
I don't know.
And if you follow them on Facebook, then you know who the new text inbox sponsor is. But I don't know. I listen, whatever the sales staff tells me, that's what I do.
Oh, yeah. I know. That's what we all do.
But and then the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Send yours in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. And Doug, beautiful morning in the St. Louis metropolitan area. I know a number of our listeners live outside of the area, but maybe they're natives of St. Louis and like to stay in touch with St. Louis. They're living in Chi-Town.
Stand up.
That's right. Thank you. Denver, Florida. And they tune into this program to stay in touch with what's going on in St. Louis, as it was a big night in the sports community. The Cardinals win. The Doggies win.
No.
And, okay, what do you have?
Both of them took L's.
All right, I got something different.
You should have called the local news station and asked them how they did.
Really?
Yeah, the Redbirds got clipped and got clipped badly. But the Reds also lost. The Reds are asking no quarter and giving none. So we're still tied with the Redlegs for last place. And the Doggies took a 2-0 defeat. Had a goal called back.
VAR.
Oh, they're thinking about getting rid of VAR in the Prem, and God, would that be lovely.
You like that, Doug, in the Prem, VAR
I don't
in the
even know
Prem?
what you're talking about right now. That's video action replay.
Action.
Yeah.
Wins per game.
Same idea. Yeah. Like one toenail can be offside. And they'll call it right.
I hate that.
It's the
I hate
worst.
it.
It's the worst. So they're.
It robs the game of its entertainment value.
Couldn't agree more, Doug. Did you see the way that the guy got sent off in the second half? It was one of the worst flops I've ever seen in the history of soccer.
I hate that too.
That was brutal. That was brutal.
I don't follow soccer, but I'm just curious. This ties into a friend. You all know Lux used to work at the Point.
Is this a girl?
Yeah. Lux, she worked at the Point middays or afternoons. And I think she's dating a soccer player, and she just moved to Kansas City. Do you know, was he on St. Louis City and he got traded to Kansas City? Or I'm just curious.
How would we know this?
Well, you guys
Bundesliga?
Second
You
Bundesliga.
guys follow the soccer. I'm just curious.
The soccer.
Not the dating scene.
Well, she's.
I don't know who the gentleman
She
is.
puts it on her Facebook.
I'm going to go look at the PGA Championship leaderboard. You guys figure this out?
I think they're delayed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was supposed to rain yesterday. I mean, tomorrow.
Well, I just came up on my phone. PGA delayed.
Oh, God. Michael Block is DFL at 5 over through 3.
Oh, Lord.
It's going to be tough to get a top 15 out of that. Yeeks.
Yeah, he got his 15 minutes.
Wow, you are not happy.
Gosh.
Michael Block of Parkway Central, Doug Colt. Isaac Bird?
What the heck is Lux dating?
Well, I'm just curious if you guys follow the soccer. Maybe you knew.
Not the dating scene.
All right. If you follow her on Facebook,
I don't.
She's always got a picture with him. There's a picture of him in a match, and I just
Look it up your own damn self.
I don't know his name.
We don't either. We'll go to her Facebook page, and maybe his name is there.
Wildly entertaining stuff. Guys.
Okay,
If you follow
Joe.
soccer, you'd know. Yeah, they just traded this guy to Sporting KC.
It's not trades, or it's not really like trades in soccer. It's a little different. And it happens when the transfer window is open and closed, and the transfer window, Doug, is closed.
I don't like transfer window closings.
Frank, do you like chocolate bunnies?
I do like chocolate bunnies, yeah. But not transfer window closings.
Hey, Sex Kings. I went to that Think Fest? Oh, Twink Fest.
Think Fest. That sounds
last
like a real
night
thing.
at City Park, and I got to tell you, Busch Stadium has problems. What an atmosphere. Zebras are brutal. Can't miss a PK, though. What a loser. Recovering alcoholic, not happy with Joe Klaus, Doug. You missed a PK.
Yeah, he got stopped. Well, the atmosphere is great. There's something to be said for a smaller venue.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, a packed, smaller venue of 20,000 is a better atmosphere than a huge stadium with 20,000 in it.
Yeah.
Is that what they hold, 20,000?
I think 22.
About that, something, a little more than that.
Yeah.
Not much more.
It's kind of perfect in that sense. It's intimate. You can still get really loud.
And every
no
game,
bad seat.
Every game feels like a big event because it's so crowded. And
Yeah.
there's
If you
so much
had
energy.
40,000, it might not have that same feel.
Hey, what would you talk about on the show if you didn't have Facebook? That's from the Crystal City Clamhammer.
I don't know. What do you want me to talk about?
I don't know.
Crystal City Clamhammer, call in 636-900-4TMA. Collier and Thompson phone lines. We're talking the dating lives of MLS players.
Okay. I don't have any good poop on any of them. I don't know who one MLS player is dating. Not one. Color me uninformed.
I'm not sure I can name one other than Berkey.
Joe Klaus.
How about Messi?
I'm talking about St. Louis City.
Oh. Yeah, Tim Parker. Sure, Tim Parker. Yeah, gosh, yeah. Yeah, we're about out now. But it's been a fabulous edition. Okay, are they still doing that kind of thing?
I don't think they ever stopped.
They're doing that? I'm from the Lou and I'm proud?
Yeah.
Are they really?
Yeah.
They get somebody different every day, every game to pound that drum.
Oh, like Big Mo at the
Big Mo, fight Tiger.
games?
Fight
I don't know on that.
Former soccer player, maybe
Tiger.
Preki can come up and do it one day.
Preki?
I saw the University of Missouri had their graduation the other day, and they unmasked Truman the Tiger. Did you see those pictures?
No.
I guess it's a secret all year who plays Truman the Tiger.
Usually it's multiple people.
Yeah.
This was like one guy.
Interesting. Yeah.
Well, get 'em
took
on.
off the head and apparently gets some kind of an award.
One of my buddies did it when he in senior year or junior year.
Did Buzz say he did it?
Yeah, I think, or Buzz had a threesome with the guy who was in the
Oh
costume.
no!
Oh.
Pretty sure that's because you have to be pretty tall. And
Yeah.
I've met Buzz, and he's not short by any means, but You're supposed to be like 6'3" or 4.
Oh, is that right? Really?
It's a pretty tall
Yeah,
costume.
it'd be kind of a fun thing
It'd be
to do.
super fun because
Yeah.
you can do whatever you want and have no embarrassment.
Go
It's hot in
anywhere.
those. Yeah. Everyone loves you. It's great. It seems it'd be hot in hell.
What do you mean you can do what you want?
Like you can
grab
look like a
butts
jet.
and things?
No,
it doesn't always have to be creepy.
I mean, like dance around like an idiot and no one knows it's you in there. You know, you can really let loose.
Lose your inhibitions.
Yeah.
But no, it doesn't mean you can sexually assault some of the customers.
Roman Berkey!
I guess it pays, right? Truman would get paid.
I don't know on that. Probably some form of scholarship. If you worked for the athletic department, they usually give you some money back on your tuition.
Some rating service, I don't know who it was, had Truman as the #1 mascot in the country.
Is that by like Barstool Mizzou?
I don't know who it was, but I remember
Jackson's down on Mizzou fan
Truman
accounts on
ranked
Twitter.
#1.
Big time.
I think I read where the San Diego Chicken was making like $1 million a year.
Oh,
that was a
Denver
long time
Nuggets.
ago, too.
Rocky, the guy who does the Denver Nuggets, gets paid a ton of money.
Yeah,
a year.
like $750 a year.
Yeah,
Didn't
something
we read
crazy
that?
like that.
Ted Giannoulis was the San Diego
Leonidas.
Chicken. Yeah, he was the best ever. I think the funniest ever.
What about the Clown Prince of Baseball?
Oh, Max Patkin.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he was. That's going way back.
Bull Durham.
Yeah, he was an old man at that point.
I've got a landing strip.
Have you? Okay, well that's pretty much it for the mascot talk. I just thought I'd bring that chatter.
Is that on Facebook?
I didn't see it on Facebook. No.
In today's fast-paced world of digital marketing, making meaningful connections with your audience can be a daunting challenge for any business. But what if there was a place where connections... You see that you hear the vocal pitch
Yeah,
there?
yeah,
That
nice.
indicates to the audience that there's a change. But what if there was a place where connections aren't just made, but nurtured for growth? Enter 2060 Digital, our sister company backed by a 100-year-old media empire, just like 1057 HD2 FM. If you are a business owner or marketer seeking more strategic ways to reach and engage customers, look no further than 2060 Digital with 12 years of expertise. 2060 specializes in simplifying the complexities of digital marketing. Our team demystifies the process by transforming it from a challenge into an opportunity for your business. Whether it's enhancing your brand's online presence, optimizing digital campaigns, or increasing customer engagement, 2060 is here to propel your business forward. Think your business has room to grow? Let us prove it to you. Visit 1057thepoint.com/2060digital to request a complimentary digital audit today. Doug, tell me about Brown & Crouppen, our title sponsor.
Well, that's who they are. They're our title sponsor. If you have a potential personal injury case, Brown & Crouppen is a local law firm here to serve you. Been around in St. Louis since 1979. And they've now grown to become one of the largest personal injury firms in the entire Midwest. They have more than 250 legal professionals now. There's an expert there waiting for you. Terry Crouppen, Andy Crouppen, Ed Herman, they've all been in studio. Once a week, one of them comes in to share a little of their wisdom. Always great to talk with them. Brown & Crouppen, big part of the community, and they value that. They're involved in many charities and community events. Everything from Annie Malone and Sister Strut to Stray Rescue. Consistently voted one of the best workplaces in St. Louis. They realize happy employees are the key to providing the best client experience, and they'll provide a great experience for you. If you should need them, they'll give you a free evaluation. They work on a contingency basis, no upfront costs at all to you. If you don't get paid, they don't get paid, and they've won more than $1 billion in compensation for their clients. If you think you may need Brown & Crouppen services, give them a call. I'm going to go ahead and give that phone number now. 314-222-2222. Pretty easy to remember. All twos. 314-222-2222. Or you go to brownandcrouppen.com. Make sure you let them know you heard about it here on TMA. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising. Past results are no guarantee of future results, and every case is different and must be judged on its own accord.
Get involved, 314-881-TMA5, and you are welcome to call in the Callion Thompson phone line, 636-9004-TMA. Be a friend of the feather. Getting that YouTube chat, Chairman Kurt's in there and talking it over with people. What's the sentiment this morning on Lex's personal life?
I've got my best people on it. Nobody's been able to dig it up just yet.
Yeah.
Jake Corrigan's in there. That's Jakey Big Mistakey.
Yeah, he said long time, first time.
Wow, I didn't know if that was somebody representing Jake
Oh.
Corrigan, but that's...
Hello, Jake.
Good
How about
people
that?
is what that is.
Anybody play in the Jennings Randolph Jr. yesterday, Chairman?
Yeah, I had some results sent my
Doug.
way.
Do you know about this?
No, I didn't.
Both of the Longo Biggs boys were ousted.
No, no.
I'm wearing the Longo Biggs getup today.
Swag.
How about that?
Yeah, so there are currently 5 spots left in the Sweet 16.
And one is reserved for you or Mr. Licks.
Yep, that's right.
When are you playing?
Sunday afternoon, Doug. We'll see you there.
Oh.
Did the person I'm playing next play?
That's one of the ones that's still yet to be sent in.
And that's Bruce Valanche and Jace Keister?
Correct.
Bruce Valanche.
Jace Keister.
Still waiting on the Andy Hanselman Paul Winters result.
Doug, you watched that.
I didn't watch any of them.
The Todd Callahan Tim Rendelman result.
Ooh, a champion involved there.
Yeah.
And the Michael Wilshire Jordan Harris match, which the winner will play Plowsy.
How about the Plowhawk in the Sweet 16?
He's dangerous.
Is he dangerous?
It'd be fun to see him win the whole
That
kit
would
and
be
caboodle.
awesome.
He doesn't even pay attention.
Or have a real handicap.
I mean, in our match, he was playing with us, with Cletus. And it was like and Cletus is done the 11. He wins. And I said, Plowsy, what are you doing? He goes, I don't know. I think I'm 2 down, 1 up, something like that. I'm not keeping score.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know if he's up or down.
He swings for all he's worth, bless his heart. He's just a skinny little twink, and he's out there swinging for all he's got.
Seems like he'd be a good vibes guy on the course.
Great vibes guy.
A great pairing, Doug. A comfortable pairing.
Yeah.
It's all about a comfortable pairing.
Is it? Okay.
I was out at Family Golf yesterday, getting my work in, getting ready for Sunday.
Oh, boy.
So,
And?
I felt pretty good about the way I swung it.
All right. How's the short game guy?
That's the strong suit. I'm rough off the tee, but give me that wedge, Doug, and
Yeah, you're
Really?
you're ranked number 4 in the field on strokes gained around the green. So keep an eye on this guy, his ability to get up and down. If you're playing him, this is for Mr. Licks, and he's about what you'd say 30 yards away, and you're going, okay, he's probably not going to get up and down. I can 2-putt.
Yeah.
According to the data, he is going to get up and down 82% of the time. So
Whoa.
this is pretty good what Chairman Kurt's doing right now with his chipping and pitching. It's fun to watch. It's fun to watch the way he kind of sauces it back to the pin, a front pin location, and is able to take an 8-iron and then let it trundle to a back pin.
Okay, stop it. It would make him especially dangerous on this course with wide fairways. You got a little bit of room to fade or hook a driver a little bit.
ooh, I'm going to need every inch, Doug.
Yeah, well,
Clip that off.
you could be dangerous.
Spicy pube meat.
Okay, Plowsy.
How about that?
A good short game player would be very dangerous on that course.
I'm just worried about 16 green.
Oh, yeah. You want to make sure that you oscillate it enough.
Oscillated.
Because that has left many a men in tears. It's cost them their match.
And since we're playing Sunday, I'm thinking that pin placement will be that back
Sunday
left
pin.
again.
Sunday pin.
Yeah.
He didn't do the job. It wasn't anything I did wrong. He didn't do the job.
Man after my own heart.
Look at former fan page moderator Neil Allen Craig Paquette is now in the YouTube chat. How about that?
It's really
and of
a
course
who's who
Don
in there.
Peepee. It is, Doug. This is like walking into Studio 54 in the
Yeah,
late 70s in
very
that
similar.
YouTube chat.
Yeah.
Isn't that
184 people are in there just talking it over, getting to know each other.
I did have somebody ask how many viewers it would take for Doug to come in dressed as a woman.
What?
I told him 200, so we're approaching it.
Yeah, nice.
Well, he told him wrong. I am not transitioning.
Get off your phone! That's in the total package. I don't think Iggy's been on his phone, but maybe you're talking to somebody
Can I
else.
check the PGA real quick?
You make me feel like a natural woman.
Why don't you get off the YouTube?
No,
do not get off the
We want
YouTube.
them on there.
And that was in the text inbox. That was the total package.
We're driving viewership.
Right. Many of them are just waiting, hoping that a girl should arrive.
You get off the internet, but you're watching the show on the internet.
Jackson, great job with the drops. I've laughed out loud several times. A show with them. Can I request the Larry Dog in the Fight drop? Keep up the great work, Doug. That's from Chester Drawers.
Yeah, Mr. Siders during our match asked me if I could play that drop more often, and I said, of course, Mr. Siders, I would be happy to oblige because I find that drop to be quite funny.
Have you got it?
I mean, yeah, you got
Takes a little while.
well,
Or,
you know, it's
you got to
not
sift
about
through
the
a lot of them.
dog in the fight. It's about the dog in the fight. But we love a nice Larry drop, and it's not.
He was
there.
a man that dispensed quite a bit of wisdom during his time here.
Lawrence?
Yeah.
The Ask Lawrence Bucks Swoops Picks played the other day.
Glorious.
Hilarious.
Glorious.
So the funniest.
It's not the size of the dog in the fight.
It's the size of the dog. It's the size of the dog in the fight.
That's what it is.
How about that? Think about that.
Yeah.
Now
And
what
I
are you thinking?
requested just that particular drop.
Yeah, Chester Drawers.
Yeah, it's called Pros, Doug.
Okay. Last name Drawers.
First name Chester.
Chester. Or Chet.
Correct. Well, Doug, we've never seen it before, but we're about to. A gentleman captaining a Ryder Cup championship and then winning a major the following year. But Luke Donald is just 68 holes away from winning the 2024 PGA Championship. He is your leader through 4.
All right. With 68 holes left?
With that news, you're going to walk into KMOV today and say, scrap the rundown.
Yep.
Well, I don't really work there anymore and haven't since 2021.
I don't remember him winning the PGA Championship.
Okay.
I guess he did, but I don't remember him winning.
Kind of kills the story then.
It's got to be the only reason he's in the field.
Didn't I say Ryder Cup cap? Did I mess that up?
No.
Oh.
But I'm guessing he's a former PGA champion because I don't think he'd be in the field if he wasn't.
Doug, what year did Luke Donald
I just don't know. I don't know the years, Tim.
Got to do some show prep on this stuff.
Yeah.
Got to.
I was expected to memorize the winner of every PGA Tour winner.
PGA Championship.
That's
correct.
Yeah, we're going to break it down year by year. Weren't you given the memo?
No.
It looks like Jackson is sitting on KG's lap in the latest video posted to the pin. I'm aroused, and writing in individual emails for each of the Colts' 2024 opponents. Whispers, thanks, and tell them good luck. That's from Brian Henry.
No, we're sitting in 2 separate chairs in said video.
What do you got? What do we got going on here? You guys do like a...
KG could probably explain it better. He asked if I could help him with like a little preview video, just a little quick video to get people going to the YouTube chat, the YouTube live stream. And I obliged, of course, because it's KG No Time. He's a chairman.
Yeah, he is a chairman.
Unfortunately, I was given a chair that was a little tinier, so it looks like Jackson's about 3 feet taller than me. But that's all right.
I see Cletus's scorecard from yesterday, Doug.
And what's all that all about?
I don't know, but...
2 over.
You shot 2 over.
Is that right?
Oh,
I guess. There they are. Oh, yeah, it does look like you're in a shorter chair. Look at it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that looks bad. Looks bad.
It looks like when I used to do a live shot next to Savard.
That one in Jackson's studio, I need a step stool to get on it.
Yeah, I have to hop up to get on here.
God, it's so high.
I like sitting above the world, you know.
Do you really? Like a judge?
My feet are just a-dangling.
Or like...
what's going on with this girl in the mop bucket? Doug, check this out. Sweet mother of mercy. Boy,
Now,
that
who
is
is
fun.
that?
I have no idea. What's
Why is
that
she
about?
mopping? That's
I
on
don't
the
know.
fan page?
Yeah. If only Iggy could see this ASMR or whatever it is.
It's just a woman with a mop and a bucket.
Yeah, I don't have the audio on, but whatever's doing is nice
Mopping
and
a
nice.
floor.
Is it pee? Damn it, I wish I was on Facebook page now.
Oh, get back on.
Yeah.
Because I love...
Jackson will admit you right away.
I love
Literally in seconds.
See, I love a woman cleaning.
All right.
What is it about a woman cleaning that you love?
I don't know. It depends on what they're using.
You and Bucker.
I mean, I don't like one with a big brush.
KG opened his mic to get the laugh on.
It was already open, sorry.
It's like a laugh track.
Like a light dusting,
How about a plunger?
No. Lightly sweeping.
No.
Lightly wiping.
How dare you?
Lightly wiping down the counter or doing windows.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
How about a rug doctor? Operating a rug doctor machine?
No, that's just too much noise. And
Okay. A rug doctor steaming mad at dirt.
I'm stuck on Bodat Yellow, dog.
Cardi?
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from.
there's certain ones. There's one Farman Britt did of her mopping.
Her mopping.
Buck's supposed to be activated.
You find attractive?
Well, she got her top wet and some other things, but
Okay.
Doug. 180 people. We lost 5.
Yeah.
Gave
Gave up at that
Like
point.
the mop talk. That's their own damn fault. And so
they probably went to the fan page to see the mopping video.
Yeah, they'll be back.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shows, a lot of stations that won't even touch the mop talk.
No.
They won't even go there.
No.
It's so controversial in nature.
And if they do, they'll do it in like the D block.
Why, it's polarizing.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. It is tough. But that is a fun video. Whoever posted that, tip of the cap. Munganess is the sponsor of the 7 o'clock hour and the Daily Fantasy Sports Showdown. Online at stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com. Jamie Burkhardt, a delight, Doug. And he put this offer out there for our audience. No money down, $589 a month. 48-month lease. Oh, now you have a 2024 Acura MDX Premium from Munganess. St. Louis Acura and Munganess, Burkhardt, Alton Toyota. 7 o'clock hour sponsor and Daily Fantasy Sports Showdown sponsor, presenting sponsor of Balloon Party, the official automotive provider of TMA and the Tim McKernan Show podcast. It's Munganess, St. Louis Acura, Munganess, Burkhardt, Alton Toyota online. It's stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com.
I saw Ryan Seiberg just yesterday at a
Service department
at a convenience store. And he said, "Hey, how's the old Highlander running?" I said, "Great, as always." I said, "Oh, how about an oil change, fella?" He said, "Well, come on in." So I'm going in there tomorrow.
It's like you were transported to the 1950s.
Yeah. There you go. Why? I'm going in there tomorrow for an oil change. And I'm excited about it. It's like a spa for your car.
Like a Bing Crosby orange juice ad.
It is.
Those guys
Aren't all orange juice the same? No, Nathaniel. Much difference in orange juice as there is in Hope and Crosby.
You gotta say
Long-time commercial.
Side your cheeks. I love that.
But I'm actually looking forward to getting this oil change because it is a spa treatment for the car.
I like that.
And they've got snacks galore.
They always wash your car after they service it.
Wash it up real nice, like.
Really the best.
All right, guys, what's the email address for email of the day? That's from the Flat Avenue boy. Sounds like he wants to compete the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Design Air is online at DesignAirService.com. This morning, walking around, heading in, and I go, man, the weather looks wonderful, but the Post-Dispatch has an article on how we got big storms coming. Matter of fact, my phone says 100% chance of storms at 8 o'clock. Iggy, what are you seeing?
Yeah, it's raining today. I told you it was socked in, and yesterday we were going to get a little break in it.
Yeah.
A little bit of clouds and a little bit of sun, but it's not going away quickly, so...
Oh, Bill, look at the radar. Holy crap. There is a monster line of storms that goes all the way back to Arkansas that's headed right for us, Doug. We're doomed or even worse.
Yeah, I know.
There won't be any ball striking today unless you're on the simulator.
Not. Yeah. Well, that's a shame.
Oh, and then and really that storm system goes all the way back past Dallas. Abilene, even. You ever do any Abilene?
Abilene. I've never been to Abilene.
Abilene Christian, home of the Wildcats?
I don't know.
It was always the first team you could pick in NCAA football was Abilene Christian. Wildcats, I nailed it. Big day for me.
Nice going.
Nipsey Russell.
Is that where he went?
Hawn. I did, absolutely.
Well, we've had too much rain. Now I'm worried about flooding.
I'm telling you. What we got tomorrow?
Everything's green, though. Man, my grass. I got to cut my grass about every 4 days.
Green envy. Yeah, you're right about that. 50% chance of storms tomorrow, and then it looks like, I guess this stuff's over. Hell, I don't know. I feel like I said that last week. We got this going on. Well, either way. Weather, the temperature's not terrible. Get up to 87 on Sunday. That is the highest high over the next 10 days per the Apple forecast. Design Air, heating and cooling online at DesignAirService.com. Work with Seth Goldcamp. Doug's a client. Iggy's a client. I'm a client. Why don't you become a client as well? It's Design Air, heating and cooling. Jackson, tell the people about Circa.
I'd be happy to, Tim.
Do it, yeah.
It's where you can wager, where you can make some money at the Circa Sports app available in Illinois. So if you live here in St. Louis, Missouri, you make a short drive across the river. Or if you already live in Illinois, sign up for the Circa Sports app. No Cardinal game today. Thursday off day. They'll come back home for Boston on Friday. But there's still plenty to bet on, including, I'm going to give a little play here.
Uh-oh.
I don't usually do this because, again, no upside. But I'm going to do it because I like the name of it. I'm calling it the Stave Off Special. So the Nuggets T-Wolves. The T-Wolves are facing elimination
they're going to end the losing streak.
T-Wolves minus 135 at home. You're going to parlay that up with Rangers and Hurricanes.
And tonight's the night it ends in Raleigh.
No, it is not.
Oh, the blue shirts are going 7.
The Canes are going to stave off elimination. They're minus 158. You parlay that together, plus 184 for the stave off special. Home teams, and they're going to stave off elimination. So the stave off special is the play. You can also play some futures odds to win the World Series. The Angels, the team the Cardinals just played, Doug.
I don't like their chances.
Well, they're just a measly plus 100,000 to win the World Series. The White Sox, who are in town and took our measure, they're only plus 500,000 to win the World Series.
Nice.
And yours, St. Louis Baseball Cardinals, are plus 12,500. You like how I said
Plus
that?
12,500.
Or 12,500.
Don't you ever talk like that to us.
Man, I liked it.
12.5.
12.500.
Yeah, that's all available on the Circus Sports app. Many more plays to make, including some PGA Championship live odds. All of that available on the Circus Sports app. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
I bet Scheffler to win, and then I built out, Doug, how many rosters did I build out?
I didn't watch. I don't know.
I feel like I built out like 30, 40, and I didn't put Scheffler on any of those. So I went 100% fade on DK, but I bet him to win, and I think I got it at plus 450. Hell, I don't know.
No, I don't either.
I just want a little sweat. That's all I want, Doug. Uh-oh, Miggy's mic's off.
I
Cut your
turned
own
it off
mic.
myself. The odds against he's got so many things. First of all, he just had a baby. Now his caddy's leaving on Friday.
Ted Scott.
I got to admit, I'm kind of tired of the baby talk. I think a lot of the players on tour have had babies. A lot of them.
Name one.
And that probably most of them. And this has been all the chatter about Scheffler for 2 weeks. He's having a baby. Oh, my God. He's having a
Well, they had the baby.
He's having a baby. Stop with the baby chatter.
He was probably up all night for a couple nights. And now he could be in contention. He's going to lose his caddy for a day. He's going to have his buddy caddying for him.
Okay. That
Although he's
matter.
a pro looper out at Pebble Beach, so
It won't.
Perv out, baby. Perv out.
Caddy's not going to make a difference.
Well, maybe it is for Doug Jim because he is 2 under and now tied for the lead, and Luke Donald can take his hands off the Wanamaker.
Oh, don't you think one of us could caddy for Scheffler and he'd probably still be a contender?
Can you use a rangefinder at the PGA Championship?
yeah, you can.
Then yeah.
Don't you think
Be
he
all right.
knows what clubs to hit, with or without some schlepper there telling him what to hit?
Yeah, I think I could do the job.
My success in the Jennings Randolph Jr. Fan Page Club Championship is solely tied to the work of Carlos Spicy Wiener and Beer Cats.
Does that mean you get to blame them if you hit a bad shot? Is that
No,
what the
that's on
caddy's
me.
for?
That's on me.
Bubba used to do that
Yeah.
with Ted Scott.
With Ted Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a 180 he got to do, going
For
from
real.
Bubba to Scheffler.
Yeah. There was a video yesterday of Scheffler playing basketball, just at a local gym. You can play.
Can he?
Athlete. Yeah.
Football so hard.
Yeah.
He's pretty tall, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good athlete. I think you would find out with most of these golfers that they're actually outstanding athletes.
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah.
Despite them playing a sport, which is, maybe geared toward an older generation.
Yeah, but it does take some explosiveness and some hand-eye coordination and everything to play golf.
You like the fast twitch muscles.
I do. I like the fast twitch muscles.
A guy with Scheffler's money's paying a team of nurses to take care of his new baby. That dude's getting 12 straight hours of sleep. That's from Uncle Cucker.
Probably. I mean, that's part of life. It's a great part of life, but people deal with that all the time. But that's been the narrative, not just here, but every show I
The
listen
only
to.
thing I
they talk
was
about he just
interested in
had a
whether or not he
baby.
was going to be able to play. That was the thing I was wondering about. But as far as the baby.
He'll get through it.
Kind of worked out perfectly timing-wise. If you're Scotty, have it on the week where you already weren't playing, have the child.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think Rory's going to do now that he's getting divorced? Do you think that's going to affect his play this week?
Probably not. No.
I would imagine that probably has been going on for months before he filed.
Oh, yeah.
So,
a lot of
so for
storylines.
him, it's not necessarily new.
Yeah, probably not, except if everybody's going to start bringing it up, which I don't know if there's any questions in the...
I think when you live in that world, you understand that people talk negatively about you.
Yeah. And when he's standing over a ball and make a shot, I don't think he's worried about his divorce at that point.
And I'd be surprised if like a golf journalist was like, Rory, how's the divorce?
I mean, I'm certain he knew about the divorce on Sunday when he won.
Yeah.
You know? and-
Came home Monday and she was like, it's
Yeah,
over.
yeah.
I won and she dumped me.
Yeah, I wonder if that counts, if he's got to give her half of that.
Probably.
Yes, actually. Believe it or not, I can answer that one. If he filed on Monday. But if he were to win this week, it would be separate property.
Okay.
That's the law in Florida. I don't know about other states.
So that might be incentive for him to play even better.
Absolutely, because otherwise he might not be able to make the mortgage payment.
Right. He's struggling for sure.
I went back to work the week after Doug gave me a butt baby.
Hey.
That's from caller Buzz, and he won the Milagro Tequila Listener of the Month in June of
I didn't like the comment.
2023.
You gonna suspend him?
Buzz just got himself suspended for the comments, Suspended a period of 2 days' time, and his name, as we speak, is going into the suspension logule. You know who sponsors the suspension logule?
Who's that?
The Illinois Recovery Center. And Buzz needs to pay them a little visit. He should go to the IllinoisRecoveryCenter.com while serving his 2-day suspension and see if he can get himself right. The comments were out of line.
Rappaport was the only person to ask. What does that mean? That's from Tervis Parish.
Dan
Michael Rappaport was in studio with us, and the recovering alcoholic asked him to join me and Wellington in servicing his wife. And Michael Rappaport called him a sick pig, I believe.
Block this pig.
Block this pig.
The direct quote.
Block pig.
It's appropriate.
Now, Dan Rappaport might ask that question, but
Well, ask what question?
he probably asked. He's talking about if he asked Rory about his divorce.
Really?
They were told specifically not to ask about it before the...
I feel like you wouldn't even have to be
because
told
he issued
that.
a state. Well, I mean, he issued a statement saying we're not going to comment publicly. And so then when he came to the, what do you call it, dais?
I never say dais.
Press room, the moderator said, as you saw in the statement yesterday, Rory and his wife will have no comment regarding the statement yesterday.
I wonder what he meant. Rappaport asked. Was the only one to ask him.
Tervis Parish, call in 636-9004-TMA, Collier and Thompson phone lines.
I mean, he's part of Barstool, so he probably does things nobody else will do.
What are you going to ask?
That was like a little Barstool shot. That's what I caught there. I caught a little one.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Like, what question are you going to ask somebody?
I think that's like so. I'm not saying that I don't. This is per Tervis Parish, and the Cavaliers were eliminated last night. But
Karis LeVert did not play, Doug.
No, and neither did Spida, and that cost him. But
were you tweeting out fire?
No, I didn't tweet
Bickerstaff?
I didn't.
Please don't fire JB Bickerstaff. He's not the problem. Either way, I digress. It was just like, to me, it strikes me as like you wouldn't have to be told. Like, if you're covering golf, why would you ask about someone's divorce? Like,
Really?
I just feel like that's so out of bounds.
Well, it's not like the media to ever touch on subjects that are out of bounds.
Yeah, but like it has nothing to do with the golf.
No.
I don't know. I find that to be like the worst part of sports media.
Yeah,
and there's a lot.
Sometimes some jackwagons get in there that don't represent legitimate media
Sure.
outlets, too, and
Sure.
will say anything to get some attention.
You're setting up Iggy there for to say Barstool is not legitimate.
Well, I've been to quite a few majors. They let anybody in the PGA and the U.S. Open. And Masters, not so much.
You ever ask any questions of some of the golfers?
He did. He asked Tiger a question, didn't you?
Really good one.
Yeah, I did.
What'd you ask?
I forgot.
Something about
it's
the draw.
You know, this is a course that favors right to left, and it's going to be wet. If you're playing a cut, what is that going to do distance-wise? Blah, blah, blah. I don't know what I asked.
Nice, in-depth question.
I think I welcomed me back to St. Louis, too.
Oh, did you?
Hey, my husband listens to that show. What is tribbing, she says.
Oh.
We used to have audio of that question.
We played it somewhat recently.
Oh, you with Tiger in 2018? He hasn't been a part of Barstool for 7 years. Jesus.
Oh.
That's from Ernie Bjorkman. I don't know what that means.
I think he's talking about Michael Rappaport. We're talking about Dan Rappaport, who is I would describe as like the actual golf journalist on Foreplay, the Barstool product.
Yeah,
Two different Rappaports.
So, figure out which one you're talking about before you trash me.
God, you're disappointed in this guy, aren't you?
And I don't think Michael Rappaport, was he ever part of Barstool?
Yes.
Did golf?
Not golf, but he was.
Well, we were talking golf.
You want to talk about golf?
Mm-hmm, I do.
Dogtown Ty, Doug, you know him as the defending champion of the Jennings Randolph Jr. Fan Page Club Championship. He's in the Sweet 16. But you were one up on him going into 11, is that right?
I think so, yeah.
Is there a bigger hate watch inception than the members of TMA that hate watch Iggy and then Iggy hate watching Barstool? The members of TMA. Maybe it means the listeners of TMA.
Or members of TMA fan page? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who texted that in to him?
Dogtown Ty. And he's got a flying Sibian.
He does. And he is the defending fan page club champion.
That's right.
Randolph.
Hey guys, the Riggs interview where Iggy immediately rolled over and showed Riggs his belly was played before today's show. That's
True.
from the Kansas City Gray section.
Can't confirm. Good segment.
Dogs will do that to the superior dog.
Really? And they show them their belly? What is that about?
Sometimes.
To open up their gape?
Don't attack me. I'm no threat to you.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you must not listen to the interview very well, because I even told him in the interview, I said, you guys just aren't my cup of tea. So I didn't suck up to him.
No. Not a very nice
I said,
thing
I
to
get
say.
what you guys are doing, trying to get a younger crowd. I said, but I'm like from the old school, and I just, it's not kind of what I enjoy, but more power to you.
Yeah, some people like
It's a hot take for the morning. Match that, 101.
Yeah, message sent. Well, Rory is getting divorced, but he's 1 under through 1, and just 1 back of our leader, Doug Jim.
Okay.
Gimme that putt.
Sick.
Didn't bother him on the first hole, then.
Nope.
Hit his drive straight, good approach shot, and made the putt.
If he wins this week, he was motivated by the divorce. If he plays poorly, the divorce got to him.
Yeah.
It's narrative season.
Right. You have to come up with something.
Is any of it true? Who knows?
No.
Yes.
Be interesting to see how it all plays out.
Now you're talking, Doug. You've done this before.
Right. Scheffler, too. It'll all be about the baby. Oh, the new papa. Stop it.
As Ken started bashing Portnoy yet, he's still mad his DM wasn't returned about a hockey stick. That's from Brest, and then in parentheses,
God almighty.
You've had it now. That's 8% crestfallen right there.
I was kidding that I had a stick if he wanted it, but no, I think he's a good person as far as raising money for charity, but I think he's a blowhard, and I don't think he's a very nice person.
Who is this?
Dave Portnoy.
Oh.
Pause for dramatics.
Okay.
I forgot his name for a second.
Okay.
Ken bent the knee to Riggs harder than Plowsy bent the knee to Bader.
I forgot about
That's
that.
from Fish the People.
Oh, I forgot about Pluzzy bending the knee to Bader. That was so funny. I was in college during that. That was hilarious. The idea that he'd have to bend the knee to Harrison Bader, the king. So good.
He was the king here for a couple of years. He was like the most popular player on the team there for a while.
Yeah, I'd say so.
He was the guy they chose to go to Ballpark Village and help sell tickets before the season started.
Younger guy.
Yeah.
A lot of speed.
Popular guy, yeah. I always thought he'd be a better player than what he has become. I mean, he's okay, but I thought he was going to be a really good player.
Yeah, it's the story of the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Yep, that is the truth on that. Get involved in the program, 314-881-TMA5, and include that YouTube chat because there are 238 people in there. Chairman Curt, it looks like your initiative is producing results.
We're grinding.
Yeah. This Chairman Curt.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the goal today, 350 or 300?
300. We're lowering the bar a little bit, then we'll move forward from there.
All right.
Do you have a plan to lure anyone in?
Yeah, you coming in dressed in drag.
Oh, you son of a sack, yes.
Maybe just like one hoop earring.
Toe ring.
Well, who would want to see that? Who in their right mind would want to see that?
I think you underestimate the gayness of the audience.
No. Well, if they're gay, they wouldn't want to see that, right?
Why? You're a dish.
But if you're gay, you'd like other men, right? Not other men dressed as women.
Different strokes, different folks.
Kink shaming, Doug?
Yes.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. Oh, I don't. Yeah, absolutely. I kink shame. Well, that's not going to happen. So we'll have to find
we're going to
something
stay
else.
at 238, I guess?
I guess we'll have to. Yeah.
Guys, do you intentionally talk about golf to bother the TMA subreddit page? Doug, is that the reason why you bring up?
That's the memo we got.
The idea that we would...
Kioski sent us, hey, we're aware of this Reddit page.
Let's keep him angry.
Like the idea that we would have... Like, we talk about, like, nothing with intention. It just comes up or it doesn't.
Right.
There's no, like... It's not meta. We all walked in, like, we were all together 45 seconds before the show started.
Whoa. I had been here since 4.
Right. But you're just in a different room.
Right.
You're in the conference room, meeting room, planning room.
Meditating for 3 hours.
It's much like the Pentagon here where we have a planning room.
Right. Yeah.
And so everything that's said here, everything that's done has been well-purposed.
Yeah.
I mean, on a show that never has really any topic whatsoever, golf really does irritate a portion of the audience. Now, Chris Raby wrote a master's thesis as to why that is, and it's a socioeconomic-based master's thesis.
Oh.
But, I mean, on a show that talks about, I don't even know what the hell we talk about. I just know we do it for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And fortunately, people listen. And then I go down the hallway and I get my ass ripped.
Did you really?
For an hour. Jackson's in there with me.
Mm-hmm.
Every day they call in and complain?
No.
Text.
Text in and complain.
It's gone down. It's at a point where like people are just like, well, not going to change it.
Does it hurt your feelings?
Not in the slightest.
I think it's toughened Jackson up, as a matter of fact.
100%.
I really do.
Yeah. Once you like that, because that when you see some of that stuff in there, like some of the things they call you, it's like it reminds you of who you're dealing with, and it's nice. It's
What
nice.
are some of the horrible things you've been called?
It's like stuff that like would have been like a burn, like in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you're stupid and gay. It's like, okay. It's like, oh no, how will I rest my head at night? Unnamed texter, like I don't know, it doesn't. What are you gonna do? You know, sometimes you can't win.
Yeah, and I get the sense that if they're from the 636 or 618 Jackson or 573, Jackson tends to not give it as much respect. That's my read. I could be off on that. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, 636.
Your area code shaming.
618, I respect. I have, my Southern Illinois roots run deep.
I thought you were Long Island through and through.
My mom, Long Island. My father, Southern Illinois.
Where in Southern Illinois do you grow up?
Clay City, Illinois. Doug, population 1,000 back in 1972.
Oh.
Right outside of Olney and Flora.
Where are those cities?
South Central Illinois.
South Central.
Like by
How to Survive in South Central.
Yeah.
A place where busting a cap is fundamental? Was that Ice Cube?
I don't know who the hell that
Was that on the No Vaseline
I don't know.
album? Was the title of the album No Vaseline?
I thought it was
America's Most Wanted was different. That was with Who's the Mac and Dead Homies. Am I right on that? And he had the Jerry curl. He had a Jerry curl. A lot of guys in St. Gabriel started getting Jerry curls.
Oh, really? Did you ever have one?
That's with my Thriller jacket.
You had Jerry curls? Oh my God! I need a picture immediately.
What does no Vaseline mean?
Well,
No lube, baby, no lube.
Yeah.
That's right. There's Chairman Kurt.
I was.
Chairman Kurt says he's going in no Vaseline on licks. Sunday, Doug be there. 2:30.
His debut album was America's Most Wanted.
Oh.
With obviously triple K's for America.
Right.
With Public Enemy's production team.
Was that right? Yeah. Was that Terminator X?
And then he did Death Certificate in '91.
Death Certificate, Doug.
That's where no Vaseline was.
Vaseline is a miracle elixir.
Clip that off.
Yeah.
If you have a cut on your face or something wrong with your lip or something, you put Vaseline on there, it's cured in like a few hours.
Yeah, so many uses for that.
Hunchback of On Castle sent in a screenshot from the TMA Reddit. Doug, and you're now doing an AMA over there?
Yeah.
John loves bonbons.
Let's see. You wonderful Citron 9190 posted. Is that your username?
I've tried to hide it.
They give a lot of grief on how stupid. Oh, the woman station. They give a lot of grief on how stupid that idea was. It may be likely it was execution, but with the success of Call Her Daddy and Chicks in the Office, does give some credence that it wasn't a horrible idea. Nothing more than just an observation. That's from You Wonderful Citron 9190 with a take on 1380 The Woman and how we're critical of it. And therefore, I guess it always goes back to we are the bad guys.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a point. Then again, if we would have had those guys.
Well, there are a lot of people who come up with good ideas, and that's Doug, that's the base of our pyramid.
Sure. Yeah,
then the next step is usually the initiative, then put some kind of, you like the word infrastructure,
I
feel
don't
like?
care for it. No.
Together. And then probably you need to have some form of capital raise, whether it's your own or you get investors, you go to a bank, and then we get to the execution stage. So everybody can come up with an idea, but then, I don't know how many people then from that point forward actually do something with the idea, then actually build out a team, and then actually get dollars, so then you now actually have a business. So, we can all sit here and use our hands on each other about great ideas, but,
And those
a
other
lot of people who've done that.
The other shows we're talking about are also
all due respect.
They're also podcasts where pretty much anything goes, as opposed to an AM radio station that has to be far more tame.
One show a week versus 10 to 12 hours of programming a day, Monday through Friday, is a totally different ballgame.
But there was a fundamental error on that I knew, which is why when Kelly Chase got me on the phone with Dan Marshall, and I didn't have anything against Dan Marshall, I didn't know who he was. I knew he had Marshall Wireless, so I couldn't care any less.
A lot of deputies, but there's only one Marshall.
That's right. And he said, We're going to put you guys on after Bubba the Love Sponge. He loved Bubba the Love Sponge. And you're going to have huge ratings because you're going to have Bubba leading into the show. And right then, I knew it was going to fail. Now, I realize on the outside looking in, most people wouldn't know that, and maybe even some of the people involved with the show. But the reason I knew that wasn't going to work is because you could have whatever you think is the greatest radio show of all time. It doesn't matter. Take your pick. I'm sure everybody's got their different perspectives. It was not going to get ratings on KFNS. It can't. It's just not. KFNS did not subscribe to Nielsen. I think it was called Arbitron then. And it's a low-powered AM station, so therefore it wasn't going to get ratings. The business model, as far as generating revenue, was based on ratings, which means selling to agencies, not local direct, which is, I mean, God, I think every dollar on TMA is local direct, and I think probably up and down the hallway, most of it's what's called local direct. And so if you're counting on agency business on KFNS, you're doomed. Furthermore, you can't get ratings. But I know I wasn't going to explain that to him because he was in the honeymoon phase that oftentimes starts when you're starting a business, and then maybe a month or two and you realize, oh God, I'm in trouble. And I called Kelly Chase back and I said, hey, I want to let you know you need to tell Dan that he's going to lose a lot of money with this because his idea is based on something that isn't going to work. It's not going to generate revenue. And I didn't have anything against him. And he goes, I don't know, the guy comes up to the press box every once in a while. Let him figure that out himself. I go, all right, fair enough. He just knew him enough to connect us. So there was a fundamental flaw in the business model. And I know that stuff's boring. You play the press conference, that's a hell of a lot more entertaining. But as far as if you want a specific, and then if you don't have anybody in your management group or ownership group who knows that or who is comfortable dissenting, and I don't think that he necessarily did, then you go forward with a plan that's doomed from the start, and then a few months in, you start bouncing payroll. Although most businesses don't get to that point, they just usually shut it down. It's rare that businesses bounce paychecks.
And
I think.
And this one had people scrambling on Friday afternoon to get to the bank before anyone else, so there was still some money in the account.
Did you ever win that race, Ziggy?
Yeah, once I beat Sarah Stapari, and there was no money left in the account when she got there.
So she was just out of luck.
Yeah, it was like bumper cars.
No mortgage payment this month.
It was like bumper cars out of there. Sarah, you got a flat tire? Where?
What do you tell the people you owe money to? Maybe I'll get paid next week. 50-50 shot.
Yeah.
That's tough, though.
Talk about crestfallen. You get to the bank with a paycheck, and they go, nope.
Well, he blamed me because he put enough in there for both of our checks, but he had forgotten that I had another bounce check before that, so I had two. But he said you can only cash this one. Well, I went in and cashed both. So when she got there was no money.
What do you do?
Why is that funny to me? Somebody worked and didn't get a dime for it.
Well, Marcia started yelling at me. I told you only cash one. I said, well, you owe me two. One was for her. I said, well, you got to give her something else now.
I believe in keeping the content fresh, recharging my batteries, and leaving the audience wanting more.
Yeah, more of the money that they had coming, too. So did she quit at that point? You got to quit, right?
I
keep working.
Think we all pretty much, at that point, just knew we weren't getting paid anymore. So.
Yeah, it's tough motivation when you may or may not get paid at the end of the week.
Keep coming in, but don't expect to cash your paycheck.
Well, I had some money coming in from Kegler's Corner. So.
Oh, show is talk of the town.
It's similar to when Plowsy was furloughed, but then also asked to remain in the seat to continue board hopping through Frank's show.
You're fired. Now keep working.
You could, though. You need to do us a favor.
Right. The motivation, it's like maybe you do it after Frank's show. You might want to can him.
Doug, let's get a treat today, and let's go over to Ted Drew's. I think it's time.
I'd like to.
Well, it's 95 years they've been doing it, and it is a wonderful place to go. It is Ted Drew's, and they are celebrating 95 years in business with that legendary quality, family-owned and operated. Ted Drew's remains a family-owned and operated business founded on the motto, our business is service. They are committed to providing exceptional service and a warm, welcoming atmosphere to customers of all ages. For generations, Ted Drew's has remained steadfast in their commitment to quality, consistency, and tradition. When you visit Ted Drew's, you're not just enjoying frozen custard, you're experiencing a piece of St. Louis history. Ted Drew's is more than a dessert destination. It's a St. Louis institution, a place where generations of families have gathered to create memories and share in the joy of Ted's delicious frozen custard. Ted Drew's frozen custard, fresh, fast, and fun. And don't forget, head across the parking lot in the Ted Drew's gift shop. Shop a variety of unique apparel, souvenirs, and more. Gift cards are also available for purchase. Stop by the gift shop in person or visit the virtual store, teddrewsgiftshop.com. It is Ted Drew's. Jackson, tell the people about Mark Hanna. He's with Evergreen Wealth Strategies.
He is. I work with Mark Hanna. Doug, you work with Mark Hanna.
I do, yeah.
Prod Joe. Iggy's worked with him, gotten some great advice. I know, Tim, you've talked with him many a times about just life. You know, he's a great life Sherpa.
Yeah.
And I think that's such an important thing because he'll tell you firsthand. He goes, you need a financial advisor, even if it's not me. I think that's a great display of his character where he's like, just get a financial advisor. When you work with Mark Hanna, you'll have that opening phone call where he'll learn about you, the individual. He's so good at conveying his message. And then if you've changed the plan that Mark helped you build on that first phone call down the road, because we all know life has so many curveballs it throws at you, you can get on the phone with Mark Hanna and you'll feel better getting off the phone than when you get on the phone. I would suggest calling Mark Hanna today.
314-889-0503 or go online at evergreenstl.com. It's Mark Hanna, Evergreen Wealth Strategies, and you should probably think about it. Also, text into the program, 314-881-TMA5. Call in, Collier and Thompson phone line, 636-9004-TMA, and email in for our design, air, heating, and cooling email the day, the morning after, at InsideSTL.com. We close out the Munganess St. Louis Acura, Munganess Burkhardt Alton Toyota 7 o'clock hour. This is TMA, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
This is the one.
Honey, I think you're right. This house has everything we've ever dreamed of. A huge master bedroom, an open kitchen, and a backyard with a fire pit and built-in grill.
I can't believe it. Finally, our dream home. It's absolutely perfect for us.
We owe our realtor big time.
No, you don't. We're just doing our job. At the Jeff Lotman Group, helping you find your dream home is our top priority. Bringing people and properties together. Call us at 314-406-8911 or visit us online at jefflotman.com.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here with a great TMA sponsor, and that is Longo Biggs Injury Law Firm. And you may hear a bunch of out-of-state law firms advertising here and there all over on billboards and so on and so forth. But the thing is, oftentimes their goal is to just settle and move on, and that's not what you guys do.
Yeah, this is CD Longo, and you hear us talking a lot about maximizing the value of cases, but what does that actually mean? Well, as Tim said, there's lots of personal injury lawyers in St. Louis, and everyone handles cases differently. We focus on getting the highest dollar amount for your injuries, not just getting a resolution quickly. We're constantly tracking all the settlements and verdicts in the area. This helps us advise our clients on whether a settlement offer is too low. And if the amount of compensation being offered is too low, we are happy to file lawsuits and proceed to trial to ensure our clients receive an amount that is fair. Visit our website or Google us at Longo Biggs Injury Law.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Rosalita's Cantina is known for having the best patio and the best Tex-Mex in town. From carne con cerveza to shrimp diablo, the amazing menu at Rosalita's is full of classic Mexican dishes. Plus, it's always time for a margarita. Rosalita's has the most delicious house and specialty margs in town. Enjoy happy hour specials Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 and brunch at the DePere location on Saturdays and Sundays from 10 to 3. Check out RosalitasCantina.com or visit the downtown or DePere location today. Time to get your fiesta on at Rosalita's.
Hey 101 listeners, Circus Sports Illinois is the ultimate sports betting app that brings it all right to your fingertips. With their user-friendly interface, not only can you bet on your favorite teams and players with ease, but you're now able to experience big app bets with high betting limits and more. No matter who or what you're betting on, don't miss out on the action. Bet like a pro with your Circus Sports Illinois app today. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here with James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency. James, I love getting emails from listeners who support the sponsors. Got one from a client of yours who switched, and you immediately saved him $1,000, and it meant the world to him.
The area that we're really having an impact on people's finances are people with drivers under the age of 25. We're seeing material savings for these types of clients, hundreds, if not even thousands of dollars per year.
James Carlton, Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency, 314-961-4800, or go online at carltoninsurance.net.
This is Eric Conley, the founder of Illinois Recovery Center. At Illinois Recovery Center, our substance abuse treatment goes beyond mere recovery. It's about reclaiming lives filled with purpose, joy, and connection. Our dedicated facility is more than just a place of healing. It's a beacon of hope for individuals seeking to reintegrate into society and thrive in their work, family, and community roles. Our team is ready to help. If you or someone you know wants more information about the Illinois Recovery Center, please visit IllinoisRecoveryCenter.com.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here. I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Hey, if you like the morning after, check out Balloon Party on 101 ESPN. HD1, by the way. It's Sports Talk with Tim McKernan and Action Jackson from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. each weekday, right after the morning after. It's the worst named show in the history of radio, but the content's pretty good, so check it out on 101 ESPN or get the podcast on the TMA app. Want to take on some legends of TMA?
Sound the same to someone who gives a damn about the best fans in baseball! Tired of it!
The show's so great. Will there be a little speaker system out behind the dumpster, so in case you're servicing me, I'll be able to hear my name?
Then nominate yourself to be this month's TMA Listener of the Month. And if you win, you'll get recognition and other stuff. Sometimes all you have to do to win the prize is be a female.
All it takes is one fake girl to just throw this show completely off course.
Give us your name, a photo, and other pertinent information at TMASTL.com. The TMA Listener of the Month Club, quenched by Milagro Tequila. Welcome to a brighter side of tequila with Milagro. Find out more at TMASTL.com. Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis.
It's the Brown and Crouppen Morning After.
There is sin. Full time.
Stuck in the bathtub. What's another one? I don't know. There's not much more I can say.
Can you imagine seeing this live?
Right. Oh, gosh. No one would be in their seats, that's for sure.
You know what it'd be up for?
Snatch grab?
Yes! It would be.
Yeah.
Welcome back. It's TMA, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen. It is the IHOP 8 o'clock hour. Timothy Michael McKernan, Douglas Sullivan, Vaughn Jackson, Burkett, Ken Strode has left the show. His contract was up, and he signed a deal.
Yeah. What kind of sales did you say that there were? There was agency, and then there's local...
Local direct.
Local direct.
Now, he's probably working on some of that local direct you were talking about.
I think that's what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Chairman Kurt, have you left the show?
Hell no.
No, he's still here.
He's still here.
He's a bulwark.
I'm never leaving.
How about that? Iggy is back!
Okay, little tardy.
I heard that god-awful Cardinals song playing, so I just...
That's what it was.
That was the president's song.
Yeah.
That's your meeting with clients.
Jackson.
Right.
Yeah, I heard that was playing. I said, time for some water.
Time for some water? What does that mean, time for some water?
Well,
you got 2 cups of water.
Yeah, this one's empty. I don't want to come back in and get the empty one, so I ordered another one.
No.
4 cups in total.
Well, I noticed a lot of cups.
Double cup. You in future.
He's leaning.
No, I like 2, and you know,
Coding
more
crazy.
sturdy.
You want sturdy water.
Sturdy cup.
Okay. We just like to know what you want, what you don't want, what you like, what you don't like.
Well, 1 cup has a tendency to perspire.
Oh, I like that, perspire.
And I don't want perspiration water all over the desk.
Ooh, drippings. It's the IHOP 8 o'clock hour. Try IHOP's new spring menu featuring tasty classic chicken sandwiches and new cinnamon apple pecan pancakes. It is IHOP, sponsor of the 8 o'clock hour here on TMA. Get involved. Collier and Thompson phone line, 636-9004-TMA. And, Doug, you can tell us about Collier and Thompson.
I was there just yesterday.
Yeah, you were. What was doing?
Well, I was there meeting with Carolyn Beard and Bob Strati. Both have been there since the early 2000s, since they took over the company. It was founded in 1950, showing me around the old show place. It is just a great showroom there on Manchester next to Uncle Bill's Pancake House.
Bill's.
You know, you ought to go and look at some of the before and after pictures of some of the work that they've done. It's really incredible what they can do for your house. They got a whole bunch of examples of the work that they've done. You can slide them back and forth and say, here's what it looked before, and slide it to the right, and that's what it looks now. And you go, oh my goodness, what they could do for your house, you would be amazed. A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. They also won a Torch Award for service. You know, a lot of times you hire contractors and you got to pay some up front, and sometimes they might not show up a little later. You know, you never really know what you're going to get. Well, you know what you're going to get with Collier and Thompson. That's why they've been around now for more than 70 years. They are going to be there, and that A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau shows that they stand by their work, and they do great work, and they have for a long, long time. They have that commitment to quality. Sometimes they'll sell you just an appliance. Maybe you don't want your entire kitchen redone. You just want a new stove, or you want a new refrigerator. Yes, they do a lot of that. You know what else comes up a lot? They said people want a new stove, but the one that they want doesn't really fit into the spot that they've got because of the cabinet situation.
Oh, I don't know.
But Collier and Thompson does a lot of work where they'll come and trim the cabinets that you've got, or put a new kind of cabinet in so that you can get exactly the type of stove or dishwasher or refrigerator that you want without having to do the whole kitchen. They'll be happy to do the whole kitchen for you. You'd be happy to have them do that too. But if it's just a little snippet, maybe you just want the island, maybe you just want the new stove. Collier and Thompson are experts at that too. They've got all their own specialists and craftsmen work there right in-house. You know what you're going to get. You're going to get commitment to quality with Collier and Thompson. Located on Manchester and Baldwin next to Uncle Bill's Pancake House. Collier and Thompson, come home to quality online at collierandthompson.com.
I'm sporting my Longo Biggs Holderness and Bourne shirt here, Doug.
Yeah.
I didn't know that CD and Doug were vanquished yesterday. I didn't know it.
I imagine they were cheated somehow.
Thank you. Thank you for the delicious take.
Mm-hmm.
If you're injured in a car accident and you need an attorney, you need the best one you can find. If any of my family or friends are ever injured in an accident, I want them to call Doug Biggs and CD Longo at Longo Biggs Injury Law. For nearly 10 years, Doug Biggs and CD Longo have been recognized as the top 40 under 40 personal injury lawyers by Super Lawyers, the National Academy of Personal Injury Attorneys, and the National Trial Lawyers Association. They're not the churn and burn type of law firm with Doug and CD. You won't be just another file lost in the shuffle. If you have questions about your case, you'll talk to Doug or CD personally, and they will handle every aspect of your case the entire way. They'll get to know you, and you will get to know them. Doug and CD are local, friendly, professional, and most importantly, excellent personal injury lawyers. They are online at longobiggs.com, LONGOBIGGS.com. That's Longo Biggs. Remember, the choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on an advertisement. Text in 314-881-TMA5. Call in Collier and Thompson, phone line 636-9004-TMA, and email in for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Doug, the Cardinals lose last night. Ken Rosenthal giving his thoughts. What do we have here, Jackson? I thought we got all from Ken Rosenthal. Was he talking again about him?
Chairman?
Yeah, I believe he was on foul territory with maybe Pierzynski.
Okay.
And just talking about some changes that could be coming down the pike. I think it's different from what we heard yesterday.
Okay,
Same team,
Douglas, do you want to take a listen?
Love to hear it, yeah.
How much pressure is on Mosaic right now? They're not an organization that says, we're scrapping it down, we're rebuilding. Cardinal fans usually don't accept that. Where do we stand with his future?
There's a lot of pressure on Mosaic right now. There's a lot of pressure on that organization in general, including on Ali Marmol as the manager. The fans there are quite frustrated. And remember, they sold last year. They traded veterans away last year, so this would be a second straight year of deconstructing after they built up again. Remember, they added those starting pitchers in the offseason, Kyle Gibson, Lance Lynn, and of course Sonny Gray, reinforced their bullpen as well. The one thing they didn't do, add to their offense. And they were only 19th in the league in runs scored last year. Obviously, Tommy Edman got hurt. Jordan Walker has not proven to be what they thought. Goldschmidt and Arenado have gone backwards. There are a lot of reasons why offensively they're not who they were expected to be. Nolan Gorman is another player who has not produced the way they thought. There are a ton of questions with this team, and when you ask about the future of Mozeliak, we have to see how these next 2 months play out. First of all, one, does Ollie Marmol survive this? Does he get to manage this team for the rest of the season? They just gave him an extension in March. That was John Mozeliak's call. Didn't want a lame duck manager. Question number two, do they get back in it? Do they revive? Last night was a start. It was against the Angels. Okay, they've had 2 good games in a row. Let's see them put together 2 weeks of good games, and then we can start talking. Right now, this is one of the most disappointing teams in baseball. No question about that.
Ken Rosenthal, foul territory. That was A.J. Brzezinski asking the question. Cardinals now 18-25. A Sports Illustrated article, not that Sports Illustrated is what we may think of Sports Illustrated, but Sports Illustrated with an article that Jackson, this was a link you sent over, or was this KGNO Town link?
I sent some last night, but it was pretty bloggy.
What's pretty bloggy mean?
You know, what the hell is that?
It was like, well, the Cardinals might be trading Paul Goldschmidt to the Yankees simply because someone else put in like their 8 possibilities this baseball season.
I read the article and I'm like, they're not saying. They're just saying that this could make sense. Here's one of 8 players.
Yeah. So I kind of sent that in a way to be like,
pretty bloggy.
Media.
Right. We could make that stuff up all day.
Right. Yeah.
What unless I missed something, Rosenthal said they traded away the veterans last year. What veterans did they trade away
Montgomery,
last
Flaherty,
DeYoung,
Hicks, Cabrera.
year? All right. Not really veterans, but...
Well, yeah, they were.
Montgomery is for sure a veteran. So is Flaherty.
Flaherty's been pitching for 7 years.
All right.
And of all those guys they traded, if I'm not mistaken, they don't have anybody in the major leagues now to show for that, do they? Not one out of all those people?
Trust the process.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to show for it.
Not at the moment, I don't
Guys in the
believe.
minors that were told really look good.
Yeah. I think they're high in Sajasi, who they got last year. Takoa Roby.
Yeah, Doug, but are you not entertained?
You would just think that if you're going to deal away those veterans, and some are quality players, that you could get something.
Especially for like Monty.
Something to help at the major league level.
Well, I think that they might like have guys, it might be next year, though. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be this year, which is another problem.
Yeah. I think people are starting to get tired of next year and starting to get leery of people that they're told, look how good they are in AAA, just wait till they get here.
I think you're correct on both fronts.
Are they leery about the manager talking about how confident he is after the road trip?
Well, when you lose 7-2 to the Angels, that sets you up very well in September. That's a nice loss that will help come September.
All right, take a listen.
Like you got here with the sweep, that you got here with the series win. What can that do to boost your team given how this road trip started?
Yeah, you definitely want to win a series. We had an opportunity to sweep, didn't, but I still like what we saw today out of a lot of the guys that bats. Defense, Yanni just continues to show extremely well out there. That play he had coming in was great. Goldie with the diving play at first. Nolan, glove side, spin and throw. So defense looked good. Some at bats looked good. That guy kept off balance, didn't score enough or create enough opportunities. But overall, still some positives added today in the series one. Unfortunately, we couldn't sweep. Yeah.
You have a real gift for looking at small sample sizes.
Sure.
How do you look at the team going home compared to how this road trip started?
Road trip started, I mean, in a bad way. You look at how those first games, especially that second game in Milwaukee, wasn't good at all. That third game, I felt like we actually got beat. We didn't beat ourselves, and that was a turning point for how the rest of the series went in Milwaukee, and then how the first 2 games went here. So feel good going back home and playing at home. I really do. We're in a much better spot. All areas of the game look like through right now. The offense is starting to click, and that's what we've been missing. So feels right.
Feels right.
Cardinals win last night 7-2.
They lost 7-2.
Good
Guys
team.
were making great
understand.
defensive plays because the Angels were hitting rockets all over the field. They had 14 hits. And if it weren't for a couple diving catches, they'd had 17, 18 hits.
But the Cardinals were really good last night with runners in scoring position.
I actually see something different.
Oh.
I see 1 for 10.
Oh, well, you know. Iggy.
God, normal for them.
Well, Lance Lynn didn't have his best stuff. Neither did Robertson.
I don't know what makes you say that.
Well, they both gave up a lot of hits.
Robertson's been pretty good. Except for last night.
Yeah, he wasn't good last night. In an inning and 2/3, he gave up 6 hits and 3 runs.
From Derek Gould. Going into the 9th inning Wednesday, the Cardinals were 11 for 72 for a 153 batting average with runners in scoring position on the road trip.
So bad.
So anyway, that's where things stand. And there's Ken Rosenthal's more macro perspective on where things are. I mean, the Mazalok thing, keep going back to. Ben Fredrickson wrote about it this week in the Post-Dispatch. I would recommend people read that column, stltoday.com, about Mazalok's comments to Tom Ackerman. Jennings said, I should have been Tommy Ack.
Right.
This past Sunday on KMOX, and saying maybe he was having some awareness and maybe the end is here for him, but would the Cardinals really fire him before he announced what his tenure will be, which is the end of 2025. I just don't know that they would do that.
I don't think they would.
I just don't. It would be so. At the same time, I mean, you want to talk about the move that would get people fired up around St. Louis? That would be it.
But if you're going to hire him then to run the business part of the club, you don't want
listen,
him
nobody has said that. That's me, and it's not like Bill DeWitt III said, "Hey, this is what's going to happen." This is kind of putting the math together because he's not like he's 80 years old. He's still, I think, in his early mid-50s, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not like he's going to shut it down.
Normally with the team, especially the Cardinal team, you could see a couple of
55 years old.
possible moves that would really help the team. You'd have some trade chips that you would think could get something in return that might fill a weak spot. But right now, I can't imagine what you'd do. I don't know who you have that has a whole lot of trade value. I don't know what you do to improve it. It's no wonder they're at a loss because there isn't anything obvious. Short of having people like Goldschmidt and Arenado really kick it up a notch and some of the young guys figure it out all at the same time. Anything short of that, I don't know what you do.
We're the St. Louis Cardinals, so get it done.
Yeah, you could just say that, I guess.
But you're not wrong. Like, what needs to happen, the only thing you can do is hope that Arenado, Goldschmidt, and 50% of Nolan Gorman can get to where they need to be.
Mm-hmm.
What else? I mean, you're right. Clearly, they don't have anybody in AAA. You can hope Jordan Walker improves and is confident enough to come back up to the what's the day of his bobblehead? That'll be when he returns.
June 6th.
Yeah, June 6th. That's when he'll be back. So,
is that a 5-star lock?
I think so.
Maybe get Carlson out of center field. I don't know. I think that you're right. There's nothing they can really. Who are they going to trade?
I don't know. There's nothing really obvious.
Danny Tanner says the Cardinals are at the infant stages of the dark ages. Danny Tanner.
Feels like it's been pretty dark for a minute now.
I don't know.
They won the division less than 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Can't let our takes get away with what the facts are.
Right.
I'm not. And by the way, I want to make it clear. I'm not like this is great. I'm just saying it's not been.
And teams turn it around in a hurry. What, Arizona lose like 90 or 95 games 2 years ago, and then they won the World Series last year? You can get turned around in a hurry.
But when you look at the data, and I cited that Bernie column, which I think from my standpoint anyway, if you really want to get into what's going on and not just bow tie and whatever, he really breaks it down. I gather it's probably not for everybody, but the data that he provides that explains why they are doing what they're doing, it isn't like, yeah, this guy's hitting well or these guys are hitting well. It's just, man, they're hitting into terrible luck or they're hitting the ball. And if you look at it, and like I said, I know that most people probably don't find that stuff, all of that, intellectually stimulating, but it's an explanation for what's going on. So he cited this with regard to the 3-game winning streak over the Brewers and Angels. This is Scoops with DannyMac.com, by the way. The Cardinals batted .295, had 33 hits, 19 walks, and 1 hit batter to cultivate a 405 OBP. They had 5 stolen bases, 6 doubles, 3 home runs, slugged .429. They played a little bit of small ball, and there was a good mix of styles and activities. So that was what was going on when it popped. But overall, you have a variety of different factors that are contributing to, across the board, really, God, I don't even know who, of the active roster, who do you feel great about when they come up to bat right now? For real. Like, you're like, okay, good, this person, it used to be sections in a lineup where you go, crap, they're at this spot in the lineup, got to get back to this spot in the lineup to have any chance. And now I look at it and I go, man, I don't know who I necessarily feel great. Goldschmidt's got some power numbers here over the last few games. That's encouraging relative to what it had been. He had a home run last night.
I thought Contreras was maybe the
that's what I'm
most
saying.
consistent hitter until he sat right down on home plate and got his arm broken.
Yeah, 10-day IL though.
Yeah,
I mean it's stunning numbers.
Burleson looks better to me.
He's had a little.
He looks like a guy who might be coming on a little bit, but I don't think he's a guy that's going to carry a team.
No, of course not.
At least not at this point in his career.
That's the thing, is the guy, like, even if you get the guys who can bolster some of the power and offense, it's still not going to mean much if the offensive tent poles, like Goldie and Arenado.
Don't say tent.
I liked it. I thought it was the right time to use the term tent poles.
Especially because they play the corner infield positions. If those guys can't get going, then if all you have is bolster pieces, that's like an entree with all basil. You got to have some steak.
An entree with all,
You like this text? Oh, and thanks for the shout out yesterday, King. That's from Wooden Shoe 02.
Oh, I shouted that.
Oh, you shouted him out?
Well, Teotopoulos, home of the wooden shoes.
Oh, yeah.
T-Town.
Goldschmidt has a confidence issue. He'll get it right. Arenado has a strength issue. The age decline has begun. That's Steven time, Iggy. That's who you have a wager with.
Yeah. I got 2 weeks to hang on.
Big homestand.
Goldschmidt's now hitting .206. What do they pay him? $25 million a year or more?
I think a little more.
Arenado's over $30 million a year. He's at like $258 with a couple of home runs. That math doesn't work.
No. And you're a quarter way through the season now. The small sample size, while still somewhat small, is, a quarter of the season is now some quality data.
You can't have your highest paid superstars in a market where you don't just have unlimited funds. You can't waste, I don't know how big a part of the payroll that they are, but they're probably 25% of the payroll, just those two guys.
At least.
And producing that little.
Yeah.
That won't work.
No. There's no team in baseball who could be successful with that. You can talk Yankees, Dodgers, you have a 25% of your payroll.
And knock out Contreras as well, who's another high-dollar guy.
But Lance Lynn's good.
Well, he's okay. Again, you look at the roster, and you put this roster on the field 5 or 6 years ago, they're pretty good.
Not wrong.
Brandon Crawford and Matt Carpenter. Carpenter may have to go back a little farther than that, but Gibson and Sonny Gray and Lynn, they'd have been darn good about 2015, 2014.
Well, Doug.
Yeah. Some people like things, and some people don't like other things. One thing they don't like is last place club.
Yeah, that's understood. Well, they'll get a chance to see him for a good long while now. One of the best homestands of the year coming up with the Red Sox, Orioles, and Cubs.
Also tough. Boy, if you're not playing well, you could lose a bunch of those games, a bunch of them.
It could be the
turnaround.
Here they come.
The run.
It's a turnaround. Barry Odom, Auburn, 2017.
Maybe some of these tent poles will be put in place properly.
God, I hope so. Rosenthal said you need like 2 weeks of sustained quality baseball, and then you can start to really feel confident, because 2 wins against the Angels isn't necessarily going to calm the nerves of the fan base, even if they are wearing the Navy road cap.
Thank you. Thank you for the delicious take. It's 9 games against the Red Sox, Orioles, and Cubs, and then off they go for a trip to Cincinnati, Philadelphia, and Houston. So that won't necessarily be friendly. But, Doug, if you can get to that bobblehead night with Jordan Walker on June 6th, you got the Rockies and Pirates for 6, and that's where you start eating.
That's, that bobblehead night, I think, is what the organization is counting on. They're looking for a full house. They're looking for Walker to come back, maybe go 0 for 5, and get right back on track.
Enough feather talk.
Oh.
No one watches these chumps anyway.
Oh.
What is going on in the PGA Championship? That's from Ann Peg. Doug, we get yelled at for golf talk. We get yelled at for no golf talk.
Oh.
Yes.
I yelled.
By the way, the Cardinals are coming to a large.
They might be.
Four-way tie at the top of the
leaderboard. Yeah, four-way tie at the top of the leaderboard, kind of like the Jennings Randolph Jr. Fan Page Club Championship. And Sahith Theegala is 2 under through 2, tied with Victor Hovland, Xander Schauffele, and Doug Jim.
Okay.
Tiger Woods has a birdie to follow up the bogey that he opened up his tournament with, and he is at even par through 4. And your DFL is now Jeff Kellen. Michael Block is, now Kellen just birdied, so him and Block are tied with, was it 2003 that Sean McKeel won?
I don't
He hit
know
that
the
7-iron in there to like 3 inches.
You think I remember who hit a 7-iron in 2003?
It's one of the most famous PGA Championship.
I don't.
Is Michael Block giving quarter?
He's asking none.
Big names who are off to a rough start. I don't know if I'd call anybody. Oh, Max Homa's won over.
I'm sure Tiger has a huge crowd following his every move, even though he has limited chance of getting anything done. Do you have any chance at all to win?
I would say no. I would love it. I would cheer for it. I would lose all of my little wagers, but I would love it to be the greatest. I just don't know how it's possible. Again, this is all kind of I think golf is one of the best data-driven predictor sports that you can have. You know what I mean? That's why the Scheffler thing is kind of what it is.
Well, he just had a baby, Tim.
Okay, all right, I take it back.
I don't know if he can swing a
Scott
golf club.
Piercy at 50-1.
Okay.
Doug Gim's dad is a menace? That's from Turvis Parish. What does that mean? Menace to Society. Remember that? A Menace to Society?
Yeah. Does he stand
Compton's
on the
Most
fairway
Wanted?
screaming at people?
Turvis Parish, you're going to have to elaborate.
Does he scream at USGA officials?
Turvis Parish, please. What about the doggies? That ref was straight out of the Waffen SS, and can S my D ruin my night along with the fact that I am an incel? That's from the Shrewsbury Seat Sniffer.
That's a good text.
Yeah, ruin my night.
2-0, Doug, ending the 5 game.
Right.
Unbeaten streak.
We're back in 9th place.
I like a run.
Do we have a call of the missed penalty kick?
No, I was looking for Xanabone, but the game was last night. That's a quick turnaround. He usually is like a day.
So the only way we get him was when he posts them on his Twitter?
Usually.
Is that right?
That's
really?
how I've gotten every single one prior to this. Yeah.
Rory -2.
Roderick McRib, motivated by that divorce.
Oh, gosh.
What?
Got to cling to a narrative with every player.
Xander Schauffele, can he close?
Yeah. He can't sleep on a win.
Victor Hovland had a swing change, but now he's back with his instructor.
Yeah.
Is that what's leading him to the top of the leaderboard?
I don't know.
Sahith Theegala, we all remember the tee shot on 17 at the Waste Management 3 years ago.
Cling to
and
that.
how that had
Tiger Woods, 120 girlfriends, sitting at even par. He must have had quite a little run for himself.
You think?
Yeah. You think anyone's beaten that over the years? Any athletes?
Kennedy Strode.
Derek Jeter?
Bowler.
Well, yeah, Kenny.
I don't think Jeter was doing that. I think Jeter had certainly variety, but I think he was more in the I got to keep it quiet, quantity.
Quality over quantity.
Quality,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, quality over quantity, exactly. Business. And boy, did he ever.
Is he like the absolute greatest, like the shining star who people with receding hairline should aspire to be as Derek Jeter? Is he like the receding hairline king?
As far as attracting women?
Yeah.
A-Rod had a pretty good career.
But was he had a receding hairline?
Oh, I don't know.
That's Jackson's qualifier.
Yeah, you have to have a receding hairline. Because it might be Jeter.
Receding
I just don't know if the receding hairline is as big of a deal
now
as it was decades ago.
I wouldn't think women
could
worry
be off the mark
too much about that with a
I
professional
think if you go, here are your choices: height, money, hairline. They'll take your pick of one of the first two.
Money.
And I think the hairline is going to be
last. Yeah,
dead last.
Yeah,
I could be wrong, Jackson.
Yeah. If you're on the extremes, like if you're super rich or super tall, your hairline is probably not going to be a concern.
No.
But if you're like doing a little bit better than the average Joe and you're a little bit taller and you have a receding hairline, that working in conjunction is not great.
No.
But, some ladies don't mind receding hairline, maybe a little less money, maybe someone who's a little shorter. It's all personal preference.
I think it's possible a lot of them don't care much at all about the receding hairline.
Yeah, maybe that's the case.
Because it's pretty darn common.
Yeah, 100%.
If you mark out every guy with a receding hairline, that's 50% of the population, at least. Yeah. Especially as you get like 40 and older.
Right.
You start looking guys at my age and the number of really good heads of hair, there are not a lot out there.
What percentage would you say?
15.
Is that right?
Damn. That's probably about right. Yeah. Well, you're probably right. And plus, Jeter played baseball, so you're always having the cap on. Most people probably didn't even know what was going on in his head.
Receding hairlines bother people that have them far more than anyone else these days. Same with a micro-ween. That's from Mrs. Janny Shanahan.
I'd say part of that is true. Receding hairline bothers the person who has it, but everyone else in the world doesn't care.
Yeah. But also people with receding hairlines can notice other receding hairlines easier.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like how whales talk to each other using sonar.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of you can spot it out.
Oh,
you're like,
really?
oh man, they're horseshoeing. Happens to the best of us.
They say when you're 20 years old, you worry about what everybody thinks about you. When you're 40 years old, you stop worrying about what people think about you. When you're 60 years old, you realize nobody was ever thinking about you in the first place.
Man, that's nice. It's like something that'd be on my TikTok feed with like music in the background.
Yeah.
Well, Shrimply Pebbles is very invested in message boards. He likes to send in screenshots from, I don't know where he sends them in. Oh, he called in about Power Mizzou ripping, I think, me. Shrimply Pebbles, you'll have to confirm that. And he sent in a screenshot from the TMA Reddit titled Joe Rogan. Doug, what's going on with Joe Rogan on the TMA?
I don't know.
Rogan. Love Tim's and the pale one's subtle shot at Rogan this AM. Don't bother to mention anything wrong with him. Just bad, man. Par for the course.
Okay, stop it.
No.
I think I said it's your favorite
bad,
podcast.
man.
That's what I think I said it is.
Yeah.
I think I say Eric in the Central Sun's your favorite texter.
Maybe they're saying Rogan is just bad, man.
No,
that wasn't it.
I believe the TMA Reddit, it always goes back to one of us being bad.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, well, that hurts my feelings. Badly.
Tim and Jackson weren't the target demographic for JRE. Doug, that's the Joe Rogan Experience.
Okay.
To begin with, both are college-educated and progressive. Rogan's embrace of pseudoscience and right-wing talking points since 2020 has soured many on his podcast. In other words, both grew up rich and are above defining his pseudoscience.
Oh,
I grew up rich.
Stop it.
I did too.
I grew up rich. My dad was a public educator. My mom was a journalist.
Oh,
snob.
Tam Avenue, they all know those are the $1 million homes.
Thank you
out there.
so much.
Well, they almost are now.
Yeah, the Tim lives there.
Yes, exactly. By my presence, Doug,
Those are big houses there.
going to the TMA Reddit, God, the TMA Reddit people might be the saddest of the sads in the region. Wow, hashtag whites, LOL indeed. Doug, that's from Colts writer Brian Henshin.
Okay.
But some people like some things and some people don't like other things. Like we have
Well
to,
said, my friend.
Like,
Well, it seems like the TMA Reddit don't like anything.
Doesn't.
but like, it's not something I listen to. But like, if you listen to it, I don't care. Do what you want. Listen to what you want to. Enjoy it. The pseudoscience or any of that stuff isn't the reason I don't listen. I don't want to listen to a 4-hour podcast.
Who says it's pseudoscience?
I don't know.
Just somebody who disagrees with his opinion?
I didn't call it pseudoscience. I don't care.
That was on the TMA Reddit, and I think it might have been your
Must
post.
be true, yeah. You guys are college educated. You wouldn't like Joe Rogan. That's what this guy was saying.
It's just not for me personally, but like what you like. I don't care.
Well,
You
doesn't
two
he rich cuck libtards just can't handle hearing the truth from Joey Rogan, the great philosopher of our time, Doug. That's from Uncle Cucker.
All right.
We've been called two rich cuck libtards?
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson was.
How's that sit with you?
Whatever. If anyone used that kind of language to describe me, we can no longer have a conversation.
Really?
It's a shot at the balloon party text inbox.
Correct.
The TMA Reddit page really is a hoot. Those fat creeps absolutely hate you guys. It must really suck to be 42 overweight and confined to your mother's basement with crappy internet speeds. They have bad internet speeds? That's from Lefty Jacksmere.
You can't have bad internet speed these days, man. You'll be left in the lurch. If you don't have any haters, you ain't popping.
And Bob Sala said that, didn't he? On Hard Knocks.
I don't know who said it or where.
It was Bob Sala.
Well,
He's a bald king.
He is a bald king.
Another elitist, college-educated snob?
Yeah. TMA Reddit is a place where intelligence and BMI go to die. That's from the Pope. How I used to drink straight whiskey. Had my ass ate often by gals when I drank this and did blow. That's from Recovering Alcoholic from Belleville and Worcester Groves. And he's sending in a picture of a red cup.
Gosh, we needed that. Needed that
I
badly.
like kittens and bunnies.
Well, I think everyone does.
Wifey and I are heading to Chicago next week, hitting... Doug, how do you pronounce this? Can you read it?
Chicago. Hitting Omakase Yume? Hitting Omakase Yume, but need some more recommendations. Is that a restaurant? What does that mean?
What you got, Mario, in Chicago?
Okay, stop this.
I'll look it up.
It's a sushi spot in Chicago.
Oh, nice. How's it
Okay,
look?
wow.
You looked it up already.
Look at me. I'm going to a sushi spot in Chicago. Stop it.
4.7 stars.
Is that right?
So now you're mad at
Yes.
Shrimply Pibbles.
Look at me. I'm going to Chicago. Stand up.
Shut down, stand up.
I'm going to go have sushi. I bet Tim would be proud of me. Stop it.
Hey, we're better than Chicago.
Yes.
You know, it's a good restaurant if you can't pronounce it.
Is that true?
I can pronounce White Castle.
We're going to Okalanayani.
Hey, guys, just when you think it can't get any worse than those husky sads on the fan page, TMA Reddit commenters have entered the chat. That's from Big Tuft. There were some nice, subtle racist comments made on the Reddit thread as well. Those people are awful. That's from the Reluctant Cuck. And imagine if Robert Saleh got FUE Holy Smoke Show. That's from Eric in the Central West End.
Yeah, but there's something about that.
But you call him a bald king?
Yeah, like the Chrome Dome looks good. Like so on some people, it looks really good. So in some cases, you know, if it's bothering you, obviously, FUE is a great way to go. But if you have, like Tim, I would say you have a lovely head.
Boy, I would really passionately disagree with you.
But it's just all I know of you. Like I know.
There's a difference.
That's fair. That's fair.
There's a difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Doug, it's concave.
Well, I don't know.
What gentleman has a lovely head? Who has a lovely head? Bald head.
Jason Statham.
Yeah, I would say.
Is that right? Jason Statham's head, Doug.
Statham. I don't think I know what his head looks like.
Now I got to look up. I mean, I know what he looks like, but I haven't really stared at his head, so I'll get a good look at it.
No.
Travolta's gone bald.
Yeah, it's kind of a nice play. Not Travolta's.
That's a bad one.
Yeah, Jason Statham. That looks like a good play. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah. I thought forever Urlacher had a great bald head.
Yeah, I know. That's. I feel like Michael Jordan freed us all. That's what I feel like.
Him and like Bruce Willis.
Michael Jordan and Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis for the whites.
Bruce Willis had talk about receding hairline in Die Hard. That was rough. It was a good move on his part.
Remember him with Sybil Shepherd in Moonlighting?
I do. Yeah. It was a very popular show.
He was thinning then.
He was. You're damn right he was. What about Johnny's Sins, Doug? That's from the 314.
I'm surprised if it was an issue for somebody in Hollywood. I'm surprised they don't just do something about it.
But it's like someone like Statham is like that's his like thing.
Yeah. And some actors actually benefit from that. They look more like the everyday man, and you know they can get a couple roles because they don't look like
a meat and potatoes guy.
Right. Tom Hank kind of has that like in the 2000s. Like he kind of his hairline was moving back a touch.
Ed Harris was kind of that.
Ed Harris.
Alan Dadeville has localized it. He says Matt Holliday and Jamal Mayers.
Yeah, great bald heads.
Alan Dadeville, who says he's also bald.
Nice going, Al.
I like that Alan Dadeville.
Doug's serpent head is number one. Yum. That's from the Chic of Wydown. Wydown over there in Clayton.
Yeah, high dollar area. Yeah, Jackson grew up in that area.
Pitbull has a nice head.
Yeah.
Does he?
Great call. When you wear the sunglasses, those nice sunglasses.
Meduple eligible says Mark Messier.
Bruce Bochy has a nice big head. It's like a skull, like a Kodiak bear.
Is that true?
I think he has like a size 8 fitted cap.
Is that right? That's like
Yeah,
Rocky
it's
numbers.
enormous. I think it's the biggest hat that Major League Baseball has had to fit someone in.
Oh my God! It looks like it's squeezing the bottom half of his face.
Yeah.
That's what his hat looks like.
Probably a lot of brains in there.
That was good.
I guess that's where you'd store them.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's from Craig O'Neill down in Little Rock.
All right.
See, I'm telling you, there's some people out there who they are synonymous with being bald, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Do what you want.
Some people enjoy it.
And some people
don't. Some people want to go to St. Louis Hair Restoration, get taken care of there.
FUE
Thinking about it.
Yeah,
Well,
you don't enjoy it. There's
Doug
something you
did
can do
it. Look
about
at you.
it.
Look at you.
Take a look at Doug.
Just
that's
look at this.
that's the
Do
key
it,
right
yeah.
there. That's the key. If you're looking in the mirror right now and you're saying, maybe I'm not Jason Statham, maybe I'm not Stone Cold Steve Austin. He didn't go by Steven Austin. Either way,
You don't have a perfect head.
you might not be that in that situation, but what you can do is go to St. Louis Hair Restoration, and they'll give you a free hair consultation. They'll take a look at your head, and if you get a treatment plan, you mentioned TMA, $250 off said hair treatment, just like an FUE procedure like Doug got.
It's what I had. Didn't hurt at all. I show some people the pictures of the day after going, like, man, I bet that hurt. Did not hurt at all.
Did any? I mean,
Nothing hurt.
even when they injected you with whatever it is.
I didn't even know they did. Oh my gosh! I don't know if it was a topical solution they just rubbed on there. They numbed it up, Tim. They numbed it up real nicely, and I didn't feel anything the whole time. And I was there for like 3 or 4 hours, and then you get done and you go home and you rest for a couple days, and then within a few days you put a baseball hat on to protect it there for another couple of weeks, maybe a month or so, and then you just sit back and watch it grow. You watch it grow. That's what I'm doing. I'm cultivating a lot of follicles, even as we speak. I'm about 10 and a half months out now, and they say you continue to see new growth up to a year removed from the procedure, so I'm not done yet growing hair, and I got more hair than I know what to do with. I got to get it cut now with a brush hog. But man, I got some follicles. Thank you, St. Louis Hair Restoration. And the results are 100% guaranteed. They're not fooling around. They don't do this hoping that it works. It works. It works every time. It works great. Dr. Polenga is just an artist with what he does, and the founder, Greg Kryling, both of them patients of their own product. They know it works because it does work. It worked for me. It's going to work for Jackson. Might work for Tim if he goes ahead and gets it done. It'll work for you, too. So if your hairline bothers you, check it out. We got a great resource right here in town, right there at Big Ben and Kirkwood Road in Kirkwood, St. Louis Hair Restoration. The website, stlouishairrestoration.com.
There it is. And even if I don't do it, I'm still not sure. I've really enjoyed getting to know the people over there, so I can speak to that. Greg Kryling, Dr. Polenga, Greta, Danny, who...
Danny Tanner.
I think it's Danny Tanner who performs the procedure. Yeah, it's
not Dan Beal.
I don't think it's Dan Beal.
Okay.
Beal. In today's fast-paced world of digital marketing, making meaningful connections with your audience can be a daunting challenge for any business, but what if there was a place where connections aren't just made but nurtured for growth? Enter 2060 Digital, our sister company backed by a 100-year-old media empire, just like 105.7 HD2 FM. If you're a business owner or marketer seeking more strategic ways to reach and engage customers, look no further than 2060 Digital. With 12 years of expertise, 2060 specializes in simplifying the complexities of digital marketing. Our team demystifies the process by transforming it from a challenge into an opportunity for your business, whether it's enhancing your brand's online presence, optimizing digital campaigns, or increasing customer engagement. 2060 is here to propel your business forward. Think your business has room to grow? Let us prove it to you. Visit 1057thepoint.com/2060digital to request a complimentary digital audit today. 2060 Digital marketing for 2024. 2060 digital marketing for 2024. Jeff Lottman is online at JEFFLOTTMANN.com. Yeah, JEFFLOTTMANN.com. Man, real estate listings are coming in fast and furious every day. Every day. It's something else. I guess this is the time people say, all right, mid-May, let's do it. If you are looking to buy a home, work with somebody who's been doing it in the St. Louis area for close to a quarter century with close to $500 million in sales. And that's Jeff Lottman of Compass Realty, JEFFLOTTMANN.com. Yeah, you're buying a home, work with Jeff. You're selling your home, work with Jeff. He has the connections. Compass has the connections. The #1 luxury real estate agency in the St. Louis area and also with a global network. It's Compass Realty. JeffLottman.com, JEFFLOTTMANN.com. Jeff Lottman, Compass Realty. We're in the IHOP 8 o'clock hour. IHOP has new pancake-inspired milkshakes. Try the new Cinestack and Cupcake Shakes, house-made shakes at IHOP. Send your emails in the 9 o'clock hour. We'll have the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email of the day, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. And then at 10 o'clock, Jackson and I are going to go down the hallway. Doug, I know you're worried about it.
I am.
But it's going to be fine. Jackson, tell Doug what's going on because he isn't going to believe this.
So today's pack of questions, Doug, is called Get Piddles or Die Trying.
What does that mean exactly?
That's a tribute to 50 Cent. Curtis, to you.
Yeah.
Yep.
What does it mean exactly?
means we're going to start breaking it down, giving you the what's what and the who's who.
Isn't it
Weekend
from
wrap
Shawshank
up?
Redemption?
That's exactly where it's from.
That would be Get Busy Living or Get Busy Dying.
That was said by Red.
Red, yeah.
Morgan Freeman.
Right.
Yeah, maybe because I'm Irish. That's what he said. But no, this is in reference to 50 Cent's album Get Rich or Die Trying. But this is Get Piddles or Die Trying. And I have kind of a little cover of one of his songs to sing myself at during Balloon Party.
You're going to be singing today?
I got a little preview. You're not going to want to miss this.
I'd like to hear the preview.
Oh, wow.
Save it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're not going to play the preview? Then what's the point of putting a preview together?
I won't be. I'm doing it live.
Okay.
It'll probably get me lit up like a Christmas tree.
That was Bill O'Reilly, right? I'll do it live.
Yeah.
Correct, I believe so.
Yeah.
Doug, they rubbed the cream used by men to numb their member to prolong orgasm on your head to numb it up. Doug, that's from the Worsen Woods Wacko.
Whatever they rubbed on there, it worked.
And it was
worked
an
really
orgasm numbing cream?
I don't think it was.
You don't numb yourself usually ever, do you?
No, I don't. My head was numb.
I look at Doug on the YouTube feed and I sit back and I watch my pants tent grow. That's from the Pope.
Can we
You can
get
roll
this
it.
more tent pole talk?
Pants tent. That was Larry David ran into that issue.
Well, getting back to this preview, you're going to be doing some singing, and there is a preview, but we're not going to get to hear
You want
it.
me to just do it?
Yes, please.
I don't think Chairman Kurt wants you to, and he's the chairman.
But, people cycle on, they cycle off.
Well, yeah.
All right. Do you know the song Many Men? Many men wish death upon me. Well, I'm doing a little cover of that. So here you go. Many men wish death upon me. Bally Sports app in my eyes, dog, and I can't see. Cardinals trying to be what they're destined to be. And Mo's trying to send the talent away. He'll put a hole in your lineup for messing with him. Instagram Live or Rosarena can leave. Better watch how you talk when you talk about Mo, because he'll go and send your talent away. Many men, many men have been traded away. Dog, I don't cry no more. Don't look at the score no more. Have mercy on me.
So that's the show, huh? That's the show later today.
You got to turn your mic on.
It's going to go big on Balloon Party.
What's going on, Iggy? I noticed you're not on the YouTube.
If you turn your mic off, it takes you off YouTube.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's been happening a lot.
What do you mean it's been happening a lot?
Well, when I drink water, I don't want the ice to make noise, so I turn it off to do that. And I just
Can you
forget
just
about
be
it.
quiet over there for a
That
little
coveted
while?
three-man shoot's been happening a lot.
I just forget about it because I don't. If I'm not going to talk for a second,
I get that.
But I
Just-
didn't know the YouTube went off. I'm
Right.
sorry.
No, you're good, baby. Just hold the cough button, I think, and that will.
Doug, you're a cough button guy.
It says mute, yeah. If
Yeah,
have to
you can
clear your throat
mute.
or something, just hit mute.
hold mute, and that won't turn you off to
Yeah.
YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
So
nice
it
to know
stays
that
on
2.5
YouTube.
years into our stay here.
Well, I never use it.
Well, I'm telling you, that's what you should be
I
using.
lip smack. I drink my coffee. I do everything in that microphone, and now I'm trying to get better at it. When I know there's going to be some ice jiggling, I turn it off.
3 guys at -3.
Well, Xander Schauffele, Victor Hovland, after the reunion with his coach, and Jordan Spieth can become the 6th man to win the career Grand Slam. He is 3 under par through 4. Those are your leaders at Valhalla. Doug, what a star-studded top of the leaderboard we have. Fun to see. And Rory McIlroy, right after the divorce, using it as motivation.
Sure he is.
Is it 2 under par, 1 off the lead, along with a guy you call Decky.
I don't call him that. McIlroy thinking about the prenup that he didn't get with each shot.
Oh, he got a prenup.
Oh, did he? Well, then he's not worried about any of it.
Yeah.
Scheffler with the baby, blah, blah, blah. Tiger, the girlfriends, blah, blah, blah. Okay, there's your leaderboard.
Like 10 years ago.
Yes, but each player has a narrative.
That's right.
And we're going to bring it up every time we talk about him. Who's the guy who couldn't putt?
Strode.
Oh, gosh.
According to Licks, JT Poston.
Poston can't putt. Strode struggles on 16.
Great putt.
I would like to see these tournaments add one, like 15 to 20 handicap in every tournament and just see how he does. So we could keep an eye on the average player, the average weekend warrior, how he would do. And it would point out just how great these pros are.
Yeah, I've always thought they should do that in the Olympics, like in the sprinting and the swimming, just have a civilian in there.
Yeah, I'd like that too. The everyman gives us somebody to root for.
Who are they going to make play with that guy?
He can go out after everybody. He's last out.
And Sandy Lyle.
So you have Scheffler and McIlroy on Sunday, and then behind them a guy waiting to hit with his hands on his hips in the fairway is a guy who's 78 over par.
That'd be hilarious.
I'd love to see
78 over par, by the way, through 71 holes would be pretty damn
That'd be
good.
impressive. Bogey golf through that would be great.
He's plus 78.
And he is not pleased with the pace of play from the number one player in the world. The guy that had the baby, the guy that had the divorce.
Right.
Yes, narratives.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, you can see that on the celebrity tour.
Yeah, but I want to see it on the Pro Tour. I want to match the Weekend Warrior to the best in the world, just to see how big a difference there is.
Quit touching buttons, Ken! Some Joshy tuna.
Well, you've touched buttons a long time as one of the top producers in this or any other market.
Never really had to. I think I ran a board when I was at the sex shop.
Nice.
It wasn't a sex shop. We were above that. We were a floor above that.
Picked up many a wing party certificate from there.
Oh, did you?
Oh, you were winning back then?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, look at you. Man, you've got, how many years have you been listening? Because Doug's celebrating this 20 years with an orgy on July 26th.
Started listening in 07. I think I started emailing in 09.
Oh, so you never heard the Martin years?
That's where I first started it. I remember clicking on and hearing Ask Tony and just being bewildered because I think I thought it was Tony.
I did too. I really did. At one point, I thought it was Tony. So you won some wing parties?
Wing parties, couple rocking chairs.
That was easily the greatest prize we've given away.
Yeah.
As far as consistently. I'm sure we've had some one-offs where we're giving away, like, ridiculous prize. But, like, that was a regular thing.
Yeah.
A wing party for 20.
Yeah, for an hour.
I mean, for real.
Wings and fries.
Wings and fries.
Somebody won a vacation, too, didn't they? Didn't they win a
win an
2 or
email
3
today?
night? I forget what they won.
We get a giveaway for a Jamaica vacation.
And then didn't we give away a trip to a whorehouse?
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Well, we had it for Dennis. What's his
Dennis
name?
Hoff.
Dennis
The late
Hoff.
great.
Invited,
That flushing in the toilet brought to you by Schaefer Door Company, by the way.
he invited Larry to come down, and Larry didn't want to go, so we just picked a listener to go.
And a listener went out and got terribly sick when afterwards.
What about Doug? When Doug was there, was he in the bondage cage?
I wasn't.
I think the nicest prize ever won. You remember reactor watches?
Oh, yeah.
Got a reactor watch. I loved that thing.
Nice
Oh,
hit.
yeah.
Doug has a nice hit.
Yeah, we gave away some nice prizes.
Well, today we're giving away a point in the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today May standings, which Brian Henshin leads over Buck Swope, JV golf coach Robert Sue, and the Coalition all have, and it was spelled the Coalitin.
Oh, well, I was under the gun.
Up to go get that balloon party going.
The 5 minutes between email of the day and balloon party are as hard as I work the entire
Is that right?
day.
Really?
Oh, my God, yeah. I have to shut down everything here, get everything set up so Doug can upload segment 3 in there, get everything set up that way, get everything set up for balloon party when I run down the hallway and be ready to entertain millions
right.
when the mic's open on 101.
I got
It
you,
all
baby
goes-
girl.
It all goes in 5 minutes. So, yeah, that is quick work. And if I don't write down who won the email of the day that day, I will forget.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want inconsistent standings. That's been a problem of mine recently.
Well, should one of us be writing down the email winner?
It's that's the least of my concerns.
All right.
What's the most of your concerns?
Making sure that everything is off and good, so we don't have any issues on this side while I'm doing balloon party.
How about that?
So making sure the board's off, YouTube stream is off, all that stuff.
What happens if the board doesn't get turned off?
Probably nothing. But if someone came in here and started messing with it or started recording something, it would go out over the air.
Huh. It would replace the TMA all day.
It would
That's
just
Bill.
go over it, unless you. I guess if you turn this pot down, it wouldn't. But regardless, it's just something I don't want to have to deal with. So that's when that's grind time.
Grinding.
Seems like there ought to just be a master switch on off.
There
We're
is.
off.
There is. Yeah, right here.
That's
Doug,
it.
there you go. You got what you
Okay.
want.
Boop boop. And I keep my little adapter here to remind me. So when I grab it, it's like, ooh, I gotta turn off the board.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not terribly interesting.
No,
but
well,
this is my
I
life.
don't know. Yeah,
This
the
is
inner
my life.
workings. Yeah.
Wished
Well, I'm
it
sorry you're
upon
so
me.
busy.
Blood in
They
my-
say if you want to get something done, ask a busy man to do it.
I'm all right. I like being busy.
Yeah.
Keeps me focused.
Yeah.
That's why I like being on the board. I lock in. Totally
You
locked
hit like
in.
hitting all those buttons, do you?
Hitting all the buttons, but I feel just more locked in the conversation in general being in here. Seeing your beautiful face.
Oh, gosh. Don't you make a pass at me.
This is nice. I like
This is
being here
better
with
than
you
being
boys.
back in the closet back there?
There were some advantages to that. Like I could get like some other stuff done there during the show, but it is better. I like it more being in here.
At least back when you're in the closet, there's a couple windows. You can see some of the townspeople walking back.
Townspeople.
See who's flushing the toilet.
Right.
Be on high alert.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I like it better in here.
All right.
I like hanging with you guys.
Oh
my gosh.
Yeah, it's fun.
How are we doing on the YouTube chat, Chairman Kurt? I see 244.
Dropped a little bit then because we hit our high water mark of 257.
257.
We're not getting there.
No. Well, you got to find a girl. That's all it takes. Any girl will do, really.
Let me see who's out there.
And make sure to tell her any girl will do.
Right.
They love that.
Like Biff. Hello, girl.
Yeah.
The most recent comment was from Bill Reloaded, and he wrote Strode, LOL.
It's like a movie
Bill
title.
Reloaded. I like that.
Bill Reloaded. I can see the movie poster now. Tim, I appreciate
Flush of the Toilet brought to you by Schaefer Door Company, our 9 o'clock hour sponsor. Yes, Jackson.
I appreciate you sparing me from what I saw come into the text inbox after I did my little ditty there. There was it was vitriol.
They didn't like the singing?
No.
I thought I saw a lot of guys say they got there.
Oh.
If I can just get one guy off, you know.
These people don't like talent. On The Voice, everyone would have turned their chair for you.
Right. It was the lyrics. I was just more, I need someone else to read the lyrics almost. Because the lyrics, I'm confident in. My singing ability, I feel you on that.
Yeah.
I would echo sentiments saying I'm not a good singer. Because I'm
You
not.
were never in the Glee Club?
No, never in choir.
Jackson,
Yes.
you're a liar. I've been asking about this for over a year. What is that in reference? That's from Johnny Cakes.
See, you got to have a little context. I don't know what
Jackson, you're a liar.
Why don't
I've
you
been
start
asking
telling the
about
truth?
this for over a year. I don't know what that means. That's from Johnny Cakes.
I'm looking. Oh, where is the restock on dad hats with 8 exclamation points?
Did you say there isn't?
I said I'd work on it. I'll put.
Did
it
you
on,
say that on the air? And I was totally.
Maybe I can't.
So when did you lie? Doug, when did this guy lie?
He's lying constantly about the dad.
Like Johnny Cakes is the guy who always is like, I called and no one answered when he didn't call.
Oh, that's right.
And now, like his
forgot
dad
about
hat
that.
thing. I mean, I appreciate that you're trying to, shop.
Well, I can
and
tell you
rock
this:
the merch.
we have with the 20th anniversary coming up, we are in the process. Actually, had a fairly long meeting yesterday about it, and a bunch of emails back and forth to get the merch together to have a variety of things. Including TMA golf shirts. Now that we are looking at an embroiderer, that's the issue. To get a quality golf shirt, screen printing isn't necessarily the answer. So we always have needed embroiderer. Also for hats. Yeah. So hats and golf shirts.
Good.
So Johnny Cakes, I don't know if you've been hacking into my phone, but if you have, tip of the cap. And so we're in the process of that. And it's the first time we've really been working on it in a long time. So tip of the cap to Johnny Cakes, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Nice going, Johnny Cakes.
Yeah, but you call Jackson a liar. What are you lying about?
I don't know. He's just not being truthful with any of us.
Yeah.
Jackson, you are tight. That's from the total package.
Thanks. Tight in general, but yeah, I appreciate that. I don't think I've lied about much. I feel pretty honest.
You haven't been that truthful.
I guess not to Johnny Cakes.
No.
But that most pure love affair on Sopranos was Johnny Cakes and Vito.
You think so, Doug? He banged Vito in a Vermont field, right?
Yeah, I didn't care for that
There's
section.
real love. There was actual love there. Every other relationship kind of felt transactional or showy.
Was he topping him there, or was he using his mouth on him?
Oh! Johnny Cakes felt like a top. Firefighter, motorcycle rider. Well, he had all the makings.
Of a good top.
Yeah.
All the makings of a good top.
Butch top man.
Does the YouTube number dropping have anything to do with Jackson looking like a serial killer in the cute little spot he and the commissioner put out this morning? That's from Carlos Spice, who was going into the Hall of Fame someday.
No, that wasn't nice. Was that nice?
What kind
That
of
wasn't
spot
nice.
did you put out?
It was just like a little video. I didn't think I looked like a serial killer.
No, you looked great, baby.
Yeah.
Nice.
What kind of pros? Like, I like you, Carlos Spicy. That's brutal.
I'm being honest when I say this. When Jackson was singing is when we hit that high water mark.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
So more singing, less not singing.
Oh yeah. The last time I sang was the "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" on opening day 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That didn't play well on
And
Balloon Party.
I got slow off the jump, and I was off beat.
Oh,
and it was
no.
really bad. And I had to giggle my way through it.
You think we should sing more? Maybe start our own boy band?
Ooh,
When
Bad
you guys
Boys.
did that fan page song the other day, that was kind of hot.
There's a fan page song.
Go tell it on the fan page.
Go tell it on the fan page.
but I do remember this.
Oh.
All sports fans 590 KFNS.
There's some
There's
singing.
a brilliant tenor in there.
You hear how high Tim's voice is in that clip?
All sports fans 590 KFNS.
Is that soprano? Would that be a soprano voice?
I think it was soprano. I don't think a gentleman can be a soprano. Is that alto, Doug? Am I right?
Alto soprano is a little lower than the soprano. Yeah. That's just falsetto. That's like Bee Gees quality falsetto singing.
Like the Communards.
Mm-hmm.
I recommend Turtleson for shirts, please. That's from Mr. Licks.
What?
Kick rock slicks.
Oh, yeah. You guys are...
Oh, wow. I was about to say, I thought you guys were an alliance, and
Not
I'm
this
losing
week.
track. Wow.
They're combatants.
You got anybody on your bag?
I don't have anybody in my bag, but I'm hoping to have somebody riding along with me.
Oh, who's that?
That beautiful voiced angel in there.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Weather dependent. Weather, and I'll keep you updated on that.
Are you planning on playing, or are you just riding along? Because my opinion about you could change really quickly.
Former, yeah. No offense to anyone who, any galleries out there. Not necessarily how I want to spend my Sunday, but all the power to you.
Got PGA Championship on Sunday, and you're going to be out there. All due respect to the match, of course.
Well, I'd rather, if I can play, I always would rather play.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
I like watching golf, but
do you?
If given the option, always would rather play. Even, honestly, with Masters might be the only exception, actually. And Ryder Cup. I love the Ryder Cup.
It's going to be a hot one.
Don't you
Sunday?
find watching golf makes you want to play, right?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And it looks so easy, too. You think, I can do this.
The tempo, you're like, I can take this tempo out, just like
Corey Connors.
Jake Knapp or Corey Connors, and then you go out there and you're all disconnected and hitting spinny cuts. It sucks.
I watched just a little bit of an LPGA event that was on the TV in the gym when I was working out my boy body, and these women just barely swing the club, just barely swing it, and still hit just rockets.
Nelly?
I think you can learn a lot more from them, I think, than the men who are on just another planet than most of us. But the women, we're as strong as most of these women are. We ought to be able to hit the ball like they do by just swinging nice and easy and just making good contact.
That's what I do. I call it my LPGA swing.
Okay.
My girl Roseanne won again this week.
Well,
Second one.
your problem is putting and the fear of getting up the hill.
Well, I got to get down a hill.
You can't be so nervous.
Putt can't go in if you don't get it there.
It's my credo.
Yeah, you can get it there and go off the green into the water, too.
Yeah. I'm just always impressed at how slow and easy the women pros swing and how well they hit the ball.
Nelly Cordo.
That's all. Yeah. That's my only observation there. It's not really groundbreaking. I just thought I'd bring that up.
He was just so nervous, I think, that he couldn't even look at me.
Yeah.
Is that Nikki Glazer?
Mm-hmm.
Shaking.
Doug's work husband.
That's when Frank realized what the text name was as he started reading it and was like, well, I can't abort now. Got to finish the job. And all respect to Frank on that.
It makes. How about this text? How about this? This is off brand for TMA. It's off brand for Balloon Party, Doug. It's more like a Jake Reynolds YouTube chat comment, but it's in the text inbox. It makes me smile every time Jackson sings. I'm a terrible singer, and I have so much respect for people who may not be the most talented, but they're enthusiastic. Jackson is just a good soul. Some Shooter McGavin.
Thanks, Shooter. What a nice sentiment. I appreciate that. I don't sing all that often, so
maybe you should sing at least once a show.
That would be bad.
Why?
I don't, because I'm a bad singer and I don't have that much I can sing. My karaoke song, though, has always been the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song.
Oh, could we hear a little of that, please?
In West Philadelphia, born and raised, on the playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, just playing some b-ball outside of the school.
That's not really singing. Bring it from the diaphragm. Get something into it.
I don't want to.
That's just talking fast.
No, you just were told you were a good soul.
I appreciate that, but, less is more. That's kind of my credo.
Okay.
Leave the people wanting more. Recharge batteries and such.
I agree with that.
Okay.
Well, we have a new leader in Louisville, Doug, and his name is Xander Schauffele.
Okay.
He's 4 under par through 7.
Can't sleep on a lead?
Yeah, I'll have a problem with that. Doug Gim, Victor Hovland, Jordan Spieth trail him by 1. Rory McIlroy, and the divorce.
Divorce, yeah.
2 back. along with Robert McIntyre of Scotland, Peter Malnati of the University of Missouri with a surprising 2 under through 5. Kurt Kitayama has been playing well. He's 2 under through 5. Hideki Matsuyama, Tony Finau, and Tyrrell Hatton, along with Taylor Moore and Dean Burmester.
Yeah, he's on a live tour.
Well, they're all 2 under. There you go. That's what we got as far as Tiger Woods goes. Last I saw, he was 1 over, but this could move quickly. He's 1 over through 6. DFL, Michael Block is second to DFL. Jeff Kellen is 7 over as he makes the turn. Michael Block is 1 back of John Daly, who is out there smoking cigarettes and just enjoying himself at 4 over par through 5.
Wonderful power Hoosier.
Block quadruple bogey, number 2.
Oh, no.
Oh, little quad.
Yeah, he did. 8 on a 4. Ugh, jeez.
Snowman. I've been there.
That's in the water a couple times, maybe.
Maybe once and
3 putt
flop or something. Yeah.
Jackson, are you tight? I mean, you're about to get out on the course for the event that Iggy was a part of it for 2 years. I mean, this is it. This is your time. And you're going to have to take time off from here, and the people on Balloon Party are going to be wanting to know what's going on.
Yeah.
And they're very critical, that 7-iron carry.
They'll be bothered. When Tim announced that we would be off, he goes, well, Jackson's got this member guest, and he's been kind enough to invite me.
Right.
And, you know, the rules of improv, you never say no.
No.
So keep it running. And so, yeah.
Because I represent myself as a meat and potatoes guy over on 101.
Yeah.
And I can't let them know.
No.
That you're an elitist snob.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Scrambles only for you.
Old money from Tam Avenue.
Right. So, next shot mentality. Hit a bad shot, next shot.
Well, what choice do you have other than that? Quit? Go
Stew.
home?
Well, there's some people who, if you hit a bad shot, they'll go, you know what, like you make a bad play at the poker table. And now you're tilted about that bad play. Or say, Doug, I got it in with aces, you had kings, and then a king comes off on the river.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you didn't do anything wrong.
No.
I understand you getting it all in there.
Right.
But let's compartmentalize it if we can. I know we're upset, but let's think clearly and not just go all in next hand because you're on tilt. Can't do it. Let's let that one shot hurt us and not hurt the next shot. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, compounding issues. You can't let that happen.
Right.
You got to have next shot mentality.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'll be going in with, you know.
Never say sorry to me for missing a putt. I promise you I'll never say sorry to you.
Yep, that's how it goes.
We're going to do our best and it'll be fine and we'll have some cocktails. We'll talk about all the women we're with.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love story?
Lots of women.
Yeah, love story. Ryan O'Neal, Farrah Fawcett?
No, it was
Ally McGraw.
Ellie McGraw.
And Ryan O'Neal.
Said love is never having to say you're sorry.
Right.
Nice. Nicely done. That was nicely done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the energy I'll be bringing. Swing your swing. You know, don't try to be too mechanical out there.
Swing your swing.
Just go out there and try to hit the ball well. You know, you don't try to think like, all right, I'm going to keep my right elbow tucked and then turn this much before my hips start turning.
Yeah.
You're going to get lost in your own head. Swing your swing.
Yeah. You do you.
Right. Once you get out there, you can be mechanical on the practice range like a family golf. But once you get out there,
let muscle memory kick.
Yeah, you got to swing your swing.
I got you.
I've always equated basketball to golf. Like basketball is so instinctual muscle memory. Like you go out there and you don't even think, you just do. You know, you go on instinct. Golf, you're sitting with your own thoughts for so much longer. It's so rare that you're going off instinct. You should try to be more instinctual when playing golf. Trust your hands.
Oh.
Josh E. Tuna is so jealous of Chairman Kurt. You keep doing you, KG, a.k.a. King. That's Fred from the Poor Part of the Nail. What's going on with Josh E. Tuna and Chairman Kurt?
Josh E. Tuna.
Josh E. Tuna's a YouTube chat person, right?
Is he causing hell in there, Kurt?
I think he's had a couple little things to say, but I thought they were all in fun. I didn't really take anything personally.
Well, Fred's good people. I can speak to that.
The last thing Josh E. Tuna said, and how long has been banging,
Well, people need to learn how to type.
Yeah. Maybe you could give a typing class.
That'd be nice. You can do that at community college.
Yeah.
Suck at tuna.
All right, it's 9:16. We got to close out the IHOP 8 o'clock hour, and we'll have the Schaefer Door Company 9 o'clock hour, the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day coming your way. Send yours in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Design Air Heating and Cooling, sponsor of our email of the day. And Doug, on the other side of the break, Mad Dog is furious.
Oh, isn't he always?
He is really upset, though. He's upset with television. We'll have that for you. That's coming your way next here on TMA, presented to you by Brown & Croup.
I get asked all the time by people, if I'm in an accident, what should I do? And while yes, you should call the police, exchange insurance information, and take pictures of the scene, all those things are important. But the most important thing you need to do is hire a personal injury lawyer. This is Doug Biggs from Longo Biggs Injury Law. And if you've been hurt by someone else's negligence, don't take on the insurance company yourself. Insurance companies have teams of people and a playbook designed to keep you running in circles so they can pay you as little money as possible for your accident claim. If you don't have a lawyer, they know you can't bring your claim to court, and they will never give you full value. We recently took an offer from an insurance company without a lawyer on the case from $12,000 to $200,000. You can't get that kind of result without an attorney on your case. Even if you don't hire us, you need to hire a personal injury attorney. Check us out online at longobigs.com.
If you want a first-class, top-of-the-line, high-quality interior remodeling job, you know who I'm going to suggest. Collier & Thompson. Known for their kitchen and bathroom remodels, Collier & Thompson is where you go when you want your remodeling job done right the first time. Collier & Thompson doesn't just do large remodeling jobs. They do plenty of man caves, bars, offices, pretty much anything inside your home. Check out their 10,000-square-foot showroom next to Uncle Bill's Pancake House on Manchester. Let them bring your dream remodel to reality. CollierandThompson.com.
Rosalita's Cantina is known for having the best patio and the best Tex-Mex in town. From carne con cerveza to shrimp diablo, the amazing menu at Rosalita's is full of classic Mexican dishes. Plus, it's always time for a margarita. Rosalita's has the most delicious house and specialty margs in town. Enjoy happy hour specials Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 and brunch at the De Pere location on Saturdays and Sundays from 10 to 3. Check out rosalitascantina.com or visit the downtown or De Pere location today. Time to get your fiesta on at Rosalita's.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here right now with James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency. I made the switch to start working with you, James. It couldn't have been easier to make that switch to start saving money.
Well, I appreciate that, Tim, and we appreciate your business. Yeah, this is the time to save money. My goodness, we're all feeling it at the grocery store, at the gas pump, etc. So if you've noticed that your insurance rate has gone up, I want to stress how easy it is to get a proposal from us by going online at carltoninsurance.net.
Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency online at carltoninsurance.net.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here with Seth Goldcamp of Design Air Heating and Cooling, and I have been a long-time Design Air client. What separates you guys from everybody else?
It's becoming more common for companies to just get their foot in the door. They try to come up with different ways to upsell. They try to see how much they can make off of a customer as opposed to, hey, we're in there to do a service. We're going to do it well. We're going to do it for a fair price.
I don't know how many emails I have received from our listeners who experienced the incredible customer service Design Air Heating and Cooling provides. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling, online at designairservice.com.
I'm Tim McKernan here with Action Jackson talking to you about Mark Hanna. TMA listeners have a lot to think through financially.
Whether you're like me and just getting started with your financial planning or you're already retired, call Mark Hanna.
It all starts with a 15-minute phone call to discuss your needs and design the right strategy for you and your future.
Visit evergreenstl.com or give Mark a call at 314-889-0503 today.
Mark Hanna offers securities through Equitable Advisors, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC, a broker-dealer. Equitable Advisors, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Evergreen Wealth Strategies is not a registered investment advisor and is not owned or operated by Equitable Advisors or Equitable Network.
Hi, this is Chris Pondoff from Illinois Recovery Center. As someone who battled alcoholism and addiction for 20-plus years, I understand the dark places you can find yourself stuck in. Alcoholism and substance abuse takes a heavy toll on your body and your mind, but you can overcome it. Start your journey to recovery at the Illinois Recovery Center, a rehab treatment center that provides comprehensive and customized rehabilitation addiction treatment. If you or a loved one are struggling with addiction, please know that there is hope. Visit IllinoisRecoveryCenter.com today.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those round trips, which are perfect on your way there and perfect on your way back? Or those meetings with friends, surprise parties, camps, birthdays. The same way you plan for the important moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
You're hearing TMA all day on KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. Featuring the morning after, live from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Then a full show replay from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Followed by the best of TMA from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. And another same-day replay starting at 10 p.m. Want to take on some legends of TMA?
Sound the same to someone who gives a damn about the best fans in baseball! Tired of it!
The show's so
feel great. Will there be a little speaker system out behind the dumpster, so in case you're servicing me, I'll be able to hear my name?
Then nominate yourself to be this month's TMA Listener of the Month. And if you win, you'll get recognition and other stuff. Sometimes all you have to do to win the prize is be a female.
All it takes is one fake girl to just throw this show completely off course.
Give us your name, a photo, and other pertinent information at TMASTL.com. The TMA Listener of the Month Club, quenched by Milagro Tequila. Welcome to a brighter side of tequila with Milagro. Find out more at TMASTL.com. Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
105.7 HD2. It's the Brown and Crouppen Morning After.
Yep, Doug, this is the one you wanted, and you got it. New edition.
Is that who this is?
Here on KHTR. Remember KHTR?
I do.
103.3.
Was that K-Hits?
K-Hits was 96.3.
Oh.
A show prep. Stupid.
Oh.
Welcome back. KG No Town has a new addition to Iggy being out to start the
Yeah,
segment.
we got to move the mic.
What's going on? Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Well done.
Let me see on the YouTube.
What penmanship on the chairman, by the way.
That is nice. Save that for tomorrow, is what Ken Strode said. It's TMA. It's presented to you by Brown and Crouppen. Welcome, friends. It is the Schaefer Door Company, 9 o'clock hour. SchaeferDoor.com is where you can go. Doug can tell you all about it. He's going to do it right now. Yeah, do it.
Well, if your door goes up and then your door goes down, maybe you don't need Schaefer Door, but if you ever have a problem, like most of us do at some point, Schaefer Door is the name and number you need to know. Here's the number you can call or text anytime, 636-782-3608. Okay, I'll give it again, 636-782-3608. That's the number to call or text if you've got any kind of garage door problems. They service all kind of garage doors for service and new installations. They got that Monday morning standby service for those doors that break over the weekend, and it seems to be that's when most of them go dead. You call them on Monday morning or text. They'll be right over there. I mean, lickety-split. They get you taken care of. If you run a business or have a warehouse with those big, tall, giant garage doors, Schaefer is experienced in those types of jobs as well. No job too big, no job too small. They will handle anything. The business has multiple family members working there, have been for many years. Again, big enough for any kind of job that you can throw at them. If you have maybe just a spring is broken, or you just need some service on the garage door, it works a little bit, but it makes too much noise, and you're tired of that, yes, they'll come over, get that taken care of for you, too. There seems to be some question as to how to spell Schaefer.
No.
Jackson, can you spell Schaefer Door at this point?
Yes,
Schaefer.
certainly
Go.
can. You ready?
Without looking.
SCHAEFER.
That's it exactly.
Well, that was good.
You also have to be able to spell
Very
door to get to their website, SchaeferDoor.com, or call and text 636-782-3608. Schaefer Door is a Clopay Master Authorized Dealer.
100 West Dental has a great deal for our audience right now. Mention my name, you get $1,000 off Invisalign at 100 West Dental. If you're on the fence about Invisalign, they have a digital scanner that can show you a simulation of what it'll look like before you even go through with it. That's 100westdental.com or call 636-585-0100. They built a brand new office with the most modern technology with a patient experience front of mind. One of the few dental offices that offer virtual consultations with the doctor. And even if you don't have dental insurance, it's not a problem. The membership plan they have at 100 West Dental aids in the cost of dental work for those who do not have dental insurance. And if you're interested in Invisalign, they have this deal right now. Mention me, and you get $1,000 off an Invisalign package. It's 100westdental.com. Now, what do you think?
I'm thinking maybe I need Invisalign again.
You already did it, though.
Oh, that's right. But there's such a good deal here. Maybe I ought to get it again. Just to save some money.
I got big old buck teeth up front. Big old buck teeth always have, so.
Well, it's not going to make
you seem like you were insecure about your hair, and now you're not. And now you're live, and you're a man in love. No need to.
Oh yeah, I mean,
let yourself go.
If it ain't broke, don't.
Yeah. No, trust me. I've taken care of the bigger issues, but I've always had the buck teeth.
They'll get smaller as you get older.
Yeah.
They wear down a little bit.
Yeah, I'll trust in the process.
Jackson cheated. He looked at his monitor. That's from the Breakfast Club.
I did. I have an issue. If I can know how to spell a word and type it perfectly, but then when someone asks, like, how do you spell that? Sometimes that connection doesn't happen in my
Just
brain.
say it out
It's
loud.
tough for me to say it out loud, and I don't want to mess up a sponsor's name. So that's kind of why I cheated.
Okay.
But I spell it every single day, multiple times a day. So
SCHAEFER,
Right.
Door Company.
So I write down the Y's for the day and-
COMPANY.
So yes, I did cheat, but no, I didn't.
Spelling is fun.
Hard.
I agree with you.
Hard. I grew up
I agree
where
with you.
you just
Fun.
had to get close enough to
Fun.
spell check. If I could get close enough where they would recognize it for spell check, I spelled it right.
That's not fair.
This is how I grew up.
Well, I guess it's better, but it's just not fair.
Right.
That some of us had to actually spell words right.
Yeah.
Spelling was a big subject.
Yeah,
we did whole tests.
But you
where
didn't
we'd have to spell words.
Right, but you didn't have computer lab class where you had to basically learn basic coding. You know, that wasn't part of your
We
curriculum.
had computer lab, but it wasn't about coding as much.
More typing?
I remember having Max at and that was a big deal. And now I guess everybody has iPads, right? Is that the deal?
I think so.
And they'll
Yeah.
do my junior and senior year. We all had iPads. Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Gosh, of course,
Doug and
that's
I
what
can't
do.
relate to that.
No.
Well, when you buy, 1,200 of them, you can get a good bulk deal.
We had a hammer and chisel at Kirkwood, and we were darn happy to have that.
Yeah, you guys didn't have the chisel
Because the
initially.
class before us used smoke signals.
Yeah, it wasn't until junior year when you got the chisel.
Yeah, we were thrilled.
Remember our senior year, we got so excited because we got a lathe.
Oh,
And we
spin the
all-
wood round and
We all
round.
started making baseball bats.
Printing press. You guys got a printing press. at
Doug,
Kirkwood?
a deep teased audio. Mad Dog's not happy, and he's not happy with the late start for games. Something we can all relate to, but he's just a little more passionate about the take. Take a listen.
Okay.
One. Listen, the NBA is not the only, but when you take every nickel from the networks, except the NFL, you lose control of game time starts. Because they're going to say, hold on, no, I paid you all this money. We'll put the games on when we want to put the games on. What the NBA last night with those starting times, that's a joke. Do you know, if you're a T-Wolf fan, this is probably, I know that Garnett the 1 year, but this might have been the biggest game in T-Wolf history against the world champs at 2-2. You know what time the game started in Minnesota? No. On a weeknight, 9:45. That's a disgrace.
Yeah, it is.
You can't start
I
the
agree
Knick
with the
game
take.
yesterday at
I agree with the
6:30.
take.
I know plenty of Knick fans who would have enjoyed 6:30. How about 7? So you can start the Denver game at 9:30. That game yesterday in Denver, but Minnesota, it's Central Time.
Oh.
Started at 9:45 at freaking night. That is ridiculous. And baseball does the same thing. And the NHL's got games starting at 10:30. The NFL's the only league that can say, listen, give us all the money and we'll tell you what games we're going to put on. You don't tell us. We're the bosses. We're the NFL. They're mighty, almighty power. You should have started those games last night, 6:30 in New York and 9:08 in Minnesota and in Denver. That way it's 7:08 in Denver and it's a normal time in Minnesota. 8:08, they can go to school the next day. They can go to work the next way and be productive. Are you kidding me? 9:45 on a weeknight in May.
Oh.
That is a disgrace.
I couldn't agree more.
Gosh, yeah.
Yeah, but you don't need to yell.
Or say it 15 times.
Right. That's fair. But he's
It's
right.
brutal. I saw that. I don't have the level of interest that you do, and obviously people in Minneapolis and I mean, yeah, listen, around the country, the reality is there's passion for the NBA. It doesn't seem like there's that same passion on Balloon Party from the audience, but nonetheless, there's a passion there, and for that to take place was brutal. Can you imagine if we had a Blues Game 5 back in 2019 with another team from the Midwest, and it started at 9:45. We bitch about the 8:45 stuff,
Right.
but 9:45. There was one time, and I remember I was at what was Banquet Ballpark. I think it's Chase Field now with the Diamondbacks. The Cardinals played them in back-to-back years in 01 and 02, and it was starting at some ridiculous time, and I feel like it might have been after 10 o'clock St. Louis time. But it might have been in the 9, and it was just a one-off. Now, being out there, it was either an hour or 2 hours back here, but still it was late there, and that was a TV thing. But a 9:45 tip for
It's brutal.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Minnesota.
It not only takes the
crap.
game away from kids who are going to be in bed and older folks who might be in bed also, It's no good for the players either, who are starting the game almost 3 hours later than they normally do.
It sucks.
Messes up their entire routine for the day.
Couldn't agree more.
You're not at your best at 11 o'clock at night, 11:30.
The Knick game didn't start till 8:15 Eastern. If you're a young kid, you're in bed by 9:30.
Not to mention the legions of people that have to be at work at 7 o'clock in the morning.
We need to figure out what prime time actually is. Like this idea, well, the West Coast people won't be home until 5:30. You know what?
Plow me, right?
Yeah, right. The Eastern Seaboard is what we're worried about here.
Yeah.
I'm not concerned about what people are watching in Salem, Oregon. Damn it.
Well,
nice. I like that.
You have to be concerned about what they're watching everywhere, but you don't want to punish anyone anywhere.
Right.
I mean, the Cardinals keep moving their starting times up.
Yeah.
There was a time that weeknight games started at 8:05 for years.
Really?
Yeah. And then they moved them up to 7. Yeah.
It's 6:40.
I remember 7:35s when I was a kid in the 80s.
When I was a kid, it was 8:05, and then
No
Saturday was a
way.
real treat. They'd move it up to 7 o'clock on Saturdays. Was a real treat.
That was 7:35 was the weekdays, and 7:05 were the Saturdays.
But also-
8:05?
Yeah.
So that was like, what, the 70s, I guess? Or
Yeah,
the
but also
60s?
back then, the games routinely took 2 hours and 20 minutes,
Yeah.
2 hours, and they were over about the same time they're over now.
Yeah.
That's interesting, too, because they weren't all televised.
No, not many were. And now they're moving up to a lot of them are 6:45.
Right.
And I don't hear anybody complaining about
Right.
that.
That's
great.
Wonder what that was about. I did not know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
it started really
I did
late.
not know that.
It was 7:15, like across the board when I was a kid. Every game would start at 7:15.
Yeah.
Now 6:40 is, and I like that. I like that a lot.
I think the Saturday night early starts were so popular with everybody, they said, oh, maybe we should do this for every game.
Yeah.
And they were correct in doing that.
What's the ideal time zone for sports viewing? It feels like West Coast.
Probably, I think, the one we're in.
You think?
Yeah, you don't mind the early starts on the East Coast. In fact, they're kind of good. And the West Coast games, while they're late, they're still doable if you're really into it.
Yeah, and noon kickoff for NFL is pretty outstanding.
Yeah.
West Coast just seems really like 10 a.m. NFL starts.
Yeah, do you want your NFL pregame to start at 9 in the morning?
I wouldn't be against it. I don't mind that. Watch a night game and then still have time afterwards. I kind of like the idea.
West Coast might be better. You never have the really late games.
Yeah, it depends if you are a person who gets up early. You know, if you're like us who are up early, you would love West Coast times. Every game to end at 8.
A couple things going on in the YouTube chat, and they're not talking about this. Good question. I don't know if anybody wants to answer it, if we just use it for balloon party. Does anyone else get completely naked when taking their morning dump? I personally don't, but I find it somewhat erotic. That's from Dotem. And then Angry Anthony Pagano is in there. And he says, please lock the door, please. Excuse every time. It's so old. That's Angry Anthony Pagano. And I guess, Iggy, that's about you. And when you return. And then Joshy Tuna says, outstanding work, KG.
Oh, it's old as you keep talking about it. That's what's old.
Angry Anthony Pagano, the action's back on you. Did he call in last week?
I don't know.
Angry Anthony?
Yeah, he did. He had a bowling take.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, which he was wrong about.
You remember the take and then it was incorrect.
Because he said Marshall Kent won. He said, you don't even EJ Taylor. Marshall Kent won. Well, he didn't win.
No. Okay.
Hey, Mike, I want to slap your big butt cheek.
All right, there's a guy very, very important this morning with a very big comment to elevate the program. Bob in Manhattan, what's up, Bob?
Can you imagine desiring that of your radio host?
Hey, Mike, I want to slap your big butt cheeks.
How did he say that with a straight face? Maybe he was serious.
That's the same guy that wanted to come down to the station, I think.
Yeah, can I meet you?
No, it could well have been. That's probably why he didn't want to meet the guy. He didn't want to get slapped.
Sharing is caring. An Australian woman who shared her husband with 35 women in the past year says her marriage is stronger than ever. Honey Brooks made the bold declaration in a video shared to Instagram earlier this month before insisting it was her idea to bring other women into the bedroom. I'm obsessed. Oh, she's a content creator. Honey Brooks? Are you familiar with Honey Brooks? I feel like you might...
I know Honey Wilder.
Is that wifey?
No. Porn star.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed, the content creator claimed after revealing she was always present when women were having sex with her husband. Is that a cuck queen? Is that a cuck queen?
No. I should give him permission.
Speak to me. Tell me what you see.
Everyone is going on saying, you guys aren't happy, and you are not going to last in a marriage. And this is ridiculous. You guys act like you aren't even married. Honey Brooks continued. The bisexual beauty said her husband happily went along with the proposal. Doug, are you surprised to hear?
Little bit stunned by it, yeah.
Went along with her proposal to sleep with other women.
Mm-hmm.
We're all shocked.
Stunned. Especially for an article that actually made this particular website.
And there's another article about Outkick about her influencer who unknowingly had an affair with her best friend's husband.
Unknowingly.
This is about Honey Brooks?
Yeah.
She didn't realize she was having an affair?
Yeah, unknowingly had an affair with her best. This is.
Oh, so Honey Brooks had an affair with. Well, then what do we got going on here? Are you sure about this?
Yeah.
This is in the New York Post, and New York Post is gospel.
This is Outkick.
Gospel Fest.
Australian OnlyFans star Honey Brooks, who found herself in a tough spot last week after discovering that she was accidentally having an affair with her best friend's husband.
How could you accidentally have an affair?
That's a great question. Although you loved that story about the guy who would show up to Chesterfield and get oral from a man.
Oh, that happened to him for sure. He thought he was going to meet a woman. Guy answered the door. He said, "Whoops, I guess I'm here now. I guess I'm gay now if I'm here," and went ahead with it. What? It's one thing to be catfished by a heterosexual all my life, but this guy lured me here. Oops, I guess I'm gay now. Yeah. I can understand getting catfished by what you think is a woman, but if a guy shows up, you back out at that point,
Bryce
don't you?
Chandler Hill.
You back out.
But aren't you curious about what his stubble will feel like around your balls?
Not the tiniest bit.
Is this Lexington Steel?
I don't know who it was, but it wasn't a girl. So you back out.
But you did drive to Chesterfield.
Yeah.
You live over in Belleville. At this point, you got to get something.
Seriously, I'm
You let the gentleman with the mustache service you.
No, you just back away. You lick your wounds. You get crestfallen for a while, and back you go home.
No, you're not going to burn all that gas.
exactly
Yes, you are.
It's a crime against the ozone layer to not get laid.
That's exactly right.
I don't know
Jackson,
that it is.
EPA.
No, I just don't know that it is.
So we're getting two different stories about this Honey Brooks?
Honey Boo Boo?
Honey Brooks.
At some point, you just accept the L and you go on home. You can't win them all.
The bisexual beauty said her husband happily went along with her proposal to sleep with other women, and she hasn't looked back. Quote, "This is the best kind of marriage you could ask for." She cooed. Don't you like that? She cooed.
I don't care for it. How does someone coo? Babies coo, right?
And Honey Brooks.
Wasn't that the translator for the Cardinals?
Eugene Koo.
Oh, Eugene Koo. Sure he was.
Hello. Like, we not only get to enjoy the hell out of each other, but my husband gets to enjoy so many other women, and so I?
Nice. This is going great.
Oh,
yeah.
Some of Aussie's followers were close-minded about her open marriage. Quote, "I would want to be with my one and only," lied one person.
Lied one person.
Oh, that was my edit. Others attacked Brooks for her kinky confession, including one who sniped, quote, "most not be..." Doug, I'm just going to read what's in the prompter.
Okay.
"Most not be much good in bed."
Must not be.
"If you can't please your man, or just maybe he's looking for a female with a brain that he can have a conversation with." But others applauded the content creator's confession. This is an article built on Instagram comments.
Okay.
"This is your relationship, and you get to choose the dynamic that is right for you." An admirer cheered. We have cheers and we have coos.
Yeah.
Inside a minute, bink, boom, down the field. Now they're going to line up for a 44-yard field goal. And this guy for the, is it Cod? Is that how we pronounce his name? The new kicker for the Chargers? How's his last name pronounced? Do we know? I'm not sure how we pronounce his last name. Is it C-O-D, that kid? K-O-D, that kid? Is it D? I'm not familiar with him. Is it Cod? Is it pronounced Koo? It's pronounced Koo? Okay. It's K-O-O. Okay. Well, right now there's a lot of O's, and that's for sure.
Brooks previously made headlines back in January when she revealed that she had inadvertently had an affair with her best friend's husband. There it is, Iggy. Iggy broke that story.
That's going, Iggy.
That and the Schaefer news.
The hubby had subscribed to the model's OnlyFans page under a pseudonym before the two began messaging one another for months. I feel like we talked about that. And if we did, we missed one. Well, so did they wind up having sex?
I think so.
I don't know.
Well, then how? I get like how that could happen, but like I don't understand how you can like show up. What does Clay say?
I didn't read the whole article. I don't think Clay wrote it. I think he's on the Trump watch.
Let's see what we got here. People appreciate that drop, Jackson. This guy wants the terrific stuff drop. Can we bring that one back? Is that it's still in the...
Yeah, we got that. Might take me a second, but...
I got a runny nose. I'm telling you.
Well, it's allergy season.
No, the whole family got sick on Saturday. Wasn't able to see my mom on Mother's Day. It sucked.
Really?
I bitch about it more to Jackson and Balloon Party, but I think we're getting over it. But it started, I don't know if anybody else has this. Like it felt like knives in the throat.
Maybe it's a cicada stuck down there.
Could be. And then felt terrible on Sunday and Monday. Got a little better on Tuesday. And now I don't feel the sore throat, but now my nose is running. What a unique virus. And it's 5 days of this.
Well, I don't know. St. Louis is one of the allergy capitals of the world.
Yeah, this is
the country anyway.
I get allergies, and this isn't it. I don't know. Hey, Jackie B., can I ask for a massive favor for the entire listening audience?
Yeah.
Can we hear the entire audio of the time Franco Pinion found Dodom's email, you filthy boy slut?
Yeah, I have access to that. It will take me a second, so I would suggest we do it tomorrow and tease the audience so that they can hear that tomorrow, because it is hilarious.
It is.
Yeah, it once played in like the lobby at like noon, and it was Franco Pinion reading that Dodom email, and like people were walking in and out, clients were coming in here.
Oh no!
It was their greeting. It was Franco Pinion, radio legend, reading about the shrubs of a bear.
That hurts. Hurts to know that we've polluted the air.
Guys, that was such an awesome call between Iggy and Angry Anthony. Just two guys yelling at each other about bowling. That's from Dogtown Ty.
Well, he was wrong. It was just...
You getting a lot of fights at bowling alleys?
No, I got into one time.
Uh-oh.
Well, let's hear that.
No, this guy owed me money.
Did you break his legs?
No, he made some bets and he lost. And he said, I'll get it to you, And he owed me like $100. And he bowled in my league. And it was actually a friend, and he showed up with $20 in quarters. I said, what is this? You owe me $100. He goes, I got some quarters for you. I just pushed him over a ball rack.
You pushed him over the ball rack.
Yeah.
And what did he do after that?
He got up and I punched him in the eye.
Boom! Oh, the eye shot.
Did he try to punch you?
He tried, but he couldn't.
Too quick.
Too quick.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it, you like Max's brown eye better than his blue eye.
Oh!
Then we hugged it out.
Did you really?
You punched him right in the eye socket?
Yeah.
Give him a black eye?
I did.
What'd the proprietor of the bowling alley do?
I don't know where Mr. Cross was at the time.
Irv Cross, NFL Today, with Jimmy the Greek, who had thoughts.
You were the house tough.
Crossroads Bowl. No, not really. I just got upset. He owed me money for a long time. He showed up with a roll of quarters.
Were you wearing a bowling glove on the hand that you punched him with? Because those are like brass knucks.
I only wore a bowling glove, I think, maybe for 2 years.
Yeah.
You were the Matt Carpenter of Redbird Lanes.
Yeah.
I bet he didn't cross you again, did he?
I never understood the use of it. Keep your wrist straight, but I didn't worry about it. I didn't want my wrist straight.
You banged the fry girl that night?
I don't think I had sex with any of the girls at Crossroads.
But you actually punched another bowler right in the eye.
Yeah.
Damn, Gene.
It wasn't really a fight. It's just a push over the ball rack. A couple balls fell off. He fell over, got up, came at me, punched him in the eye, and fell down again. And then I just
that was that.
Went over and helped him up. I said, sorry, man, you just pissed me off. Can you pay me?
Yeah. Most of your fights ended with a one-punch knockdown.
Like Tyson in the mid-'80s.
The one at Clay Morgan's did.
Well, Xander Schauffele's had his trouble sleeping on leads in his career, but maybe this is his time. Xander makes the turn with a 2-stroke lead at Valhalla for the second major of 2024. Jordan Spieth, Tony Finau among those chasing him, 2 back, including Doug's favorite player, Dean Burmeister, and Doug Gim there. Peter Malnati of the University.
G-H-I-M.
That's right.
Gim.
Peter Malnati of the University of Missouri was one of those players, but then he triple bogeyed number 6, and now he is over par. Tiger Woods remains at 1 over. John Daly is trending, and it's not in a positive direction. He has played 7 holes. He has bogeyed 5 of them. His level of care, though, remains the same at 0.
Yeah.
Michael Block, 5 over through 11. He had a quad on number 2, and there is your update from Louisville, Kentucky. We'll have much more on this coming up on Balloon Party.
You guys ever been to Louisville?
Driven through it to go to Cincinnati. Was that a wedding in 2003?
Yeah. I've just driven through it, too, and I've spent any time there.
I spent one night there.
It's a pretty nice town, isn't
Cool. Louisville Slugger Factory, Muhammad Ali Museum.
I was at Valhalla when Tiger won.
Were you really?
Yeah, we did the show from there.
Were you out on the course for the putt where he walked at it and pointed at it?
I was home.
So cool.
You were in St. Louis?
Yeah, we usually just go till Thursday, do the show Saturday morning and leave. Because I like watching tournaments at home. I don't like the worst place to watch a golf tournament is on the golf course.
Yeah.
So we usually just leave after the show on Saturday. Drove home and watched the final round at home.
Anybody get punched at that event?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Tiger punched Bob May on his way to picking that ball out of the hole.
Oh.
He was pulling a Kevin Na there. He was walking after that ball before it went in.
Looking at it and pointing at it. Licks, you going to pull that or KG, you going to pull that on Licks?
What's that?
Walking at that ball and pointing at it?
If I'm commanding lead, yeah, I might peacock around a little bit.
Would you?
I'm coming for him.
This chairman, I'm like, hold on a second.
A lot of
overlooked
confidence.
The chairman.
Yeah. Short game. Right.
Come on, babe. Put the bag down. You can't make me put this thing.
Stun gun right to the sternum.
Taser.
Mm-hmm.
You ever been tased, Doug?
No. Thankfully, I don't want that.
If I bring one in, can we tase you?
No.
What if we get to 500 viewers?
No. Well, how about we tase you?
If we get to 500
You're in a little
viewers,
bit better
you can
shape
tase
to
me.
survive it.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Repeat that.
If we get to 500 concurrent viewers and we got a stun gun, yeah, you can stun me.
Really?
I would have gone way up than that.
Okay.
I would have hit 4 digits.
Chairman Kurt.
500.
I mean, now.
Is there a real health risk with that it might do permanent damage?
Yeah, I think we probably need to talk with Hubbard Counsel before.
I think so.
That might be your out, because otherwise you're going to want that putt back.
Yeah, there's no way the station's going to let you do that.
We might murder someone live on YouTube.
Maybe like a shock collar that a dog would wear. Because if the dog can survive it.
Put that on Iggy when he leaves the studio.
That's a good idea.
Not back in time.
You start to get shocked if you're not back on time.
Good idea for who?
The collar will continue to shock you until you're back in your seat.
Come flying in here.
Has anyone ever been killed by a stun gun?
I'm sure.
Probably.
I would think so.
Yeah. I mean, being electrocuted.
Could be the fall. You know, that you got stunned and fell and hit your head on the curb or something.
In The Hangover, Zach Galifianakis gets hit by a stun gun, and it's pure comedy.
Yeah.
Rob Riggle gets him real good.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing funnier than watching somebody hit with a stun gun.
But I don't believe anybody that's ever been hit with a stun gun before they got shot said, "Come on, babe."
Did happen.
Yeah, it did.
KG, cockiness wins matches. Trust me, baby. That's from Orson Woods Wacko. I thought Orson Woods Wacko was sideways with KG, but the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Mm-hmm.
And since KG's playing Licks, I guess Orson Woods Wacko is with KG. Doug, I can't follow
I
all
don't
this.
follow any of it.
It's so cyclical, these factions. You know, it depends what day is it. You know, that's how you can decide who's with who.
Hey, guys, I'm making a couple burners right now. Thanks. That's from Mrs. Jenny.
Okay.
It's nice that people at least announce that they're doing so.
Right.
We know it goes on.
Guys, Joe Strauss used to say, "Don't save me, bro." That's from he did used to say that. I feel like, and I could be wrong at this, a lot of what Joe Strauss's Twitter feed was essentially subtweeting Derek Gould. I could be off the mark, but I think that's what was going on. But I could be off the mark.
I don't know. I just don't.
And essentially Missouri fans also, just in general.
He didn't like us at spring training. He didn't like our act down there. He'd just sit and lean over the railing and look and with utter disappointment in what had happened to the business.
Jordan Walden balloon party is on its way.
Okay.
Jordan Walden balloon party.
You've said enough to get your right shoulder merit badge.
Okay, Joe.
He would be appalled by 2024 if he thought 2014 was bad. Holy crap. Let's see. I stun gun Doug's mud spout with my dart tongue. It's from Wedding Tackle.
I didn't care for that.
Iggy's such a badass. Tuffy McTufferson. If only his friends noticed, that should have been his nickname. Such a miss. That's from Johnny Johnson down in Springfield, I guess.
Bill? Any response to that?
No.
No. Well, when it's true, you'd have no real argument. You've toughed around a lot of bowling alleys.
May I join you?
Join Premier Construction Exteriors. They do roofing, siding, windows, concrete, and more. Veteran-owned and operated, hands-on contractor. They don't subcontract all their work out to smaller companies and just tack the profit on at the end price. No. They can work with your insurance company on the claims for storm damage to your roofing, siding, or windows. We going to have storms today, Iggy, or is this just rain?
Just rain.
Just rain? A lot of it, though, man. I'm telling you, I was looking at the radar a few minutes ago again, and it's just... Doug, it's a blob.
I know.
It's a blob of storms. They're building their brand, a small operation that wants the best and honest solution, revitalizing your home, located in St. Peters, Missouri, but licensed in Illinois and Missouri. Call Dan or Jay, 314-224-2543 to set up a free estimate or go on their Facebook page. That's Premier Construction Exteriors, a $500 discount. For TMA listeners, it's Premier Construction Exteriors. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling Email of the Day. Sure. Brian Henshin leads. You must be the change in the world you want to see, unless you are Tim, because he is perfect. But I ain't. I need to make my emails even eroticer. You like that, Doug? Eroticer?
I don't mind it.
That's why this email is about kinky revenge sex. I'm not what society considers, quote, attractive. So when I was in Illinois for the Soybean Festival, I was more than excited when the Mizzou college boy invited me to a party. Mm-hmm. But my high turned into a low when I realized it was a college hazing, and I was the ugly guy he had brought to the pig party. We ended up having sex anyway. Don't want to get graphic about his size, so let's just say he yelled, "Here comes the aider and Decatur," as he entered me.
Oh,
Fast forward to the TMA Awards banquet. Chairman Kurt had just tasted the froth of another. The picture of the khakied hotness next to me said, "I don't know about you, but watching this is giving me a massive chubby." We immediately started necking and messaging each other's ghoulies.
Oh, messaging a ghoulie.
I said, "You don't remember me, do you?" He said, No, I don't. I just whispered in his ear and I licked it. Payback time. Remember the pig party? With that, I bent him over the pool table as he was yelling, "Ow, my ass hurts."
No.
I jammed myself in his back cave, shooting a rope in his joy hole.
Oh!
That's from Colin, and the last name's Forehead.
Just horrid. Just a horrid email. What was his name? Colin who?
Forehead.
Colin Forehead. He's new.
Why buy a bidet when his tongue is just effective?
Oh.
As I gently removed the catheter from my father-in-law's protective garment, the distinct aroma of asparagus-laden urine filled the air. Ah, the unmistakable scent of well-hydrated vitality, I thought. My father-in-law loves these undergarments. After a good ham candle workout, I just roll over, let the drippy drip flow, and get back to my YouTube binge, he said. His current favorite, an amateur boxing match at a local strip club, featuring the John Stamos of St. Louis, who regularly convinces young Hoosier gals with zero self-esteem to sleep with him, versus a woman's minor league soccer announcer who runs his fantasy baseball league with an iron fist that could pleasure even the loosest dual holes.
Oh!
On the call, one, a local wrestling reporter who at one time didn't have cable, so his mother would record the Monday night presentation on VHS and drop it off to him in the morning for show prep. And two, a tan local hotshot producer with the best Rolodex in town and an anteater that has been dipped into 500 of the best bald tacos in the world.
Oh.
But wait, did he leave me a little treat? A brownie-flavored caramel tartlet in his defense.
Come on.
That's from Doug Hill.
Gosh. Doug Hill with another vile
Did he used to
email.
coach the Magic, or was that Brian Hill? Doug Hill? Brian Hill.
I don't know.
It's great that he's listening now.
Don't.
I thought you ordered the spicy chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A. I whispered to Dean as I pulled my tongue back from his quivering love button.
He's quivering what now?
Love button.
Oh.
I swirled my tongue in his mouth, letting the tangy remnants of my
What are all
buffalo
these emails talking about?
from Wingstop mixed with our saliva while cranking the vibrating wand to max. It pounded my depths like a pneumatic drill. His gland pulsed with desire. He slid my diaper to the side
That's
and
enough!
enjoyed his chunky dessert. That's from Tea-Talty.
Chunky dessert. Tea-Talty. Are there any clean ones? Jackson, you let all these through?
Yeah, I'm in the filtered file.
Yes.
By the way, Talty says, check out my latest blog where I analyze LSU coach Brian Kelly marking his dominance by rubbing his lust-stained jockstrap on the knee of a 19-year-old wide receiver during a recruitment session, only for the receiver to sign with USC the following week.
Tough.
Hey guys, it's amazing that so many grown adults still make the fan page the center of their universe. I went on yesterday to look for updated brackets from Chairman Kurt, and in consecutive posts I found a grown woman, for a reason I still don't understand, clarifying the color of her Linda to complete strangers.
No.
Followed by a geriatric complaining via haiku about other grown adults not believing his amateur golf handicap. Not to mention Ken, who we all know isn't on the fan page but still brings it up every single day. Social media is dead, and I'm okay with that. That's Dogtown Tyler from Spartanburg.
Dogtown Tyler from Spartanburg.
And Young, I don't appreciate the horn dog Strode soiling the good name of my ASMR channel. It is a sacred practice and not all that creepy. Sure, my spaghetti top gets a little wet from time to time whilst I work that mop in the bucket, squish, squish, squish on the oh-so-moist, but my content is not catered for the perverts and the creeps. Sorry, Strode. Tighten up or get out. Thanks, and definitely stay tuned. Fresh Colt Scad just dropped. That's from #1 Asian intern Brian Henshin, a.k.a. ASMR Big Knocker 69. Come find me on OnlyFans for some explicit whisper content.
Brian Henshin, available for exclusive whisper content.
Let's say you went to Brown and you owned a chain of wireless retailers and you had an idea, hit you like a bolt of lightning, to convert an all-sports station that was basically just a bunch of dudes brokering time into a station 100% marketed to women, and you called it 1380 The Woman, and you held a press conference and put up a sign telling everyone to park in a different lot to make room for the satellite trucks. But there were no satellite trucks, and the only people covering it were the Ladue Patch and the Lame Duck Morning Show, whose host was pissing himself laughing in the studio. And you talked about how women control 70% of the purchasing power in the United States, and how there was no talk radio station in the country that was run by women. And then you went and hired Ken Strode, who is not, in fact, a woman, to run the station. But that's okay, because you did have women on the air, but fortunately or unfortunately, those women didn't work for free, but that's okay because you can just write a bunch of paychecks that you can't cover and the station folds, and then 10 years later, there'll be a Reddit thread saying it wasn't such a bad idea. I've been heterosexual all my life, but this guy lured me here. Oops, I guess I'm gay now. There is nothing, and I mean nothing, I enjoy more than Doug relitigating the thought process of the guys who got catfished by the man pretending to be a woman, but then went ahead and said, a mouth is a mouth and a hole is a hole. Doug, that's Buck Swope.
Buck Swope with a nice little email today.
That's what we have for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today.
Well, they were all so darn vile. I was ready to vote for Doug Hill because of his coaching, or was it Brian Hill?
Brian Hill coached the Magic, and I think his brother Doug writes in emails.
Okay, but Buck Swope came and it wasn't filthy, so I'm going to vote for Buck Swope.
I'm going with Doug Chandler Hill.
Boy, there were some good ones. God. Oh, man.
Well, what'll it be?
I'm going Buck Swope.
Yeah, okay.
Buck Swope is one.
Congratulations.
Well, the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. I think that ties him with Brian Henshin, too.
It does. It
Yeah,
does.
wow. As we head down the stretch here.
We got ourselves a horse
Yeah, we
race.
got ourselves a Jim Dandy. And it's going to be fun to watch over the final 15 days of the month of May. Keep in mind, 3-day weekend coming up next weekend. What?
Is that right?
Memorial Day weekend.
Gosh, it can't possibly be. And yet it is.
Tony Finau now one back of Xander Schauffele. Is it his time? Two of the most talented players, Doug, without a major title. Also famous for having problems on Sundays.
Right,
with
can't
the
sleep
lead.
on a lead, divorce, child, girlfriends. Okay.
Steven Yeager, 3 under. Jordan Spieth, career Grand Slam. Is it his time?
I don't know. I just don't. We'll find out. Only time will tell. Be interesting to see how it plays out. We'll see how the chips fall.
John Daly now 6 over through 8.
Power Hoosier
Still doesn't care.
Power Hoosier don't care.
Still don't care. Speaking of not caring either, but being 20 years younger, Dustin Johnson has enjoyed his money from the PIF, and he is 4 over through 8 and is looking forward to being on his boat on Saturday morning in the Jupiter Inlet. So I think that's where we got.
And just thrilled about
and
it.
couldn't care any less.
No,
God bless
how could
him.
you? How could you have any problems?
Absolutely.
They paid him how much to go to Live?
Was that 100 or 200 million?
I don't know. How could you have any problems at all with golf after that?
Yeah, it's like, all right, I shot 280s. I'll be back with Pauline on the boat on Saturday morning. Things will be fine.
Yeah, rough life.
I got a Masters. All right, time to go. Balloon party on the other side of the break for Jackson Burkett, for Chairman Kurt, for Kenneth Iggy Strode, for Brother Kevin, for Douglas Elvin Vaughn. I'm Tim McKernan. This closes out the Schaefer Door Company 9 o'clock hour. It's TMA, presented to you by Brown & Crouppen.
The Tim McKernan Show podcast, featuring long-form interviews with people from the world of sports, politics, and entertainment.
And our guest today, Bill McClellan. Thanks so much for coming in.
Hey, my pleasure, Tim.
What's up, Caden?
Hi, how are you?
Joe Buck, our guest today.
And it's like I haven't